5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
We find wrestling. One promotion, one event, one match at a time. We are the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what is up, man?
Hey man, what is going on, everybody?
Dude, it has been the craziest week, and we are not alone right now. We're starting this show. We're hitting this. What is it, Gorilla Monsoon used to say? We're hitting the ring. We're hitting the ring like a house of fire. We are
House of Fire, baby.
starting the show hot. We got Ragin Rich Buchholtz, CEO of RPW, Ragin Pro Wrestling. Rich, welcome back, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dude, you've had a lot of stuff going on lately, man. Seriously, like there's so much RPW to cover, part of which is in the main national news. A lot of these folks probably know about in some, and then there's other RPW specific news to get to. We'll start with the bigger stuff. John and I were talking last week a little bit about these two, but we marked it, we put a pin in it. We wanted to come back and hear more about it from you. Let's start with Buff Bagwell. We got a notification. I think it was well, the other thing we're going to talk about is Cora Jade, Elayna Black. That was last week. I think Buff was the week before. And then all of a sudden, I get this. I see this post on Instagram, and there's Buff Bagwell, and he's had one of his legs amputated. I had no idea it was coming, no idea what was going on. I messaged you. I'm like, dude, are you in the loop on this? What is happening?
So pretty much I was not in the loop of it. I saw the same post you saw. He did it a week beforehand.
Hmm.
They posted a week after. So he did it on July 10th.
Hmm.
It made social media on July 17th. If you do follow Maven actually teased it though on July 8th,
hmm
July 9th that he was going on a trip. That's where he went.
Hmm.
Because like Maven lives on the East Coast and Buff Bagwell lives in Georgia.
Hmm.
So he went down to his home area and did all the great work with YouTube and stuff as far as broadcasting everything. And I talked to Buff Bagwell last Friday. He's in really good spirits. So excited to be at the show on the 27th.
Yeah, and that's one of the last things that I thought was thinking about when all that broke down. But I'm glad we'll get to see him. And John and I were talking about last week about how as we looked more into it, it seemed like this was something Buff was excited about. It seemed like this was Buff getting rid of something that was hobbling him, and now not having to use the cane anymore once he gets a prosthetic and can walk again. It seemed like it felt like Buff thought he was leveling up. Is that the impression that you got?
That's kind of the impression I got. He pretty much has been in a lot of pain for like the last 3 or 4 years, where he has to take a he had to take a lot of Advil and a lot of Tylenol per day, where your body just gets used to it and it doesn't
hmm
even work anymore.
Yeah, I think I watched that the video that Maven had put up, and I think I remember Buff saying something on there about like 31 surgeries uh since 20. I mean,
Wow.
God, I can't that I can't I can't wrap my mind around that. I mean, just it's horrible to keep putting your body through that. Um, Yeah, just and you were right, Bobby. Watching that video, he seemed in pretty good spirits. Um, so I think he's just kind of I think he fought the good fight as long as he could, and he's ready to move on. It seems like I'm excited to still get the chance to talk to him. Um, yeah, I'd love to see what his thought process was on it. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Um, another another thing that I noticed as a side note before we get to Elayna is how do I put this? As I'm watching Maven and watching Maven sort of, I don't want to say appear on the scene, but he's sort of made a splash coming back into the wrestling world here recently. And watching him with Buff Bagwell, I started to wonder, is Maven the new DDP? Like, because that's kind of kind of the vibe I was getting from this. Like it felt like DDP and Scott Hall. Am I the only one who's getting those vibes?
Um, I
A
mean, a
little
little
bit.
bit, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
DDP's done a
think
lot of good
Maven
for a
is
lot of
trying.
people, so I'm not saying that negatively.
Yeah, I think Maven's trying to get the wrestling business as better as a whole.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I'm seeing because, like, I know he did the thing with Justin Credible and a couple other people, where
Hmm.
if there's a story out there, he tries to break it.
Right. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. I love it. I'm here for it. Like I said, I think that more transparency in a lot of areas in professional wrestling nowadays is needed. Um, now that the veil of kayfabe is gone, like there's nothing left to
Hmm.
protect, boys. Like I mean, there is,
Yeah,
but I mean, as far as like being transparent with people's health and concussions and things like that, like yeah, we don't need to stay in character and pretend we don't have concussions anymore. We don't need to stay in character and pretend our leg needs 31 surgeries in 5 years. You know what I mean? Like it just, I love
yeah.
that kind of stuff. I'm glad that kind of stuff is changing. Um, so we will see
I like
Buff.
the
Oh, go
fact
ahead.
that they're able to live their life normally. Well, I was just gonna say, I like the fact that they're able to live their life normally,
Hmm.
and the fact
Hmm.
that kayfabe is gone has helped a lot of people because, like, I work with a lot of people that are very good friends of each other, and it's very hard to outwork the fact of that they're actually friends.
Right,
So
Right.
I'm okay with kayfabe not being there.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on it. And listen, any little bit that's left. I mean, what's the new Netflix is putting out the new WWE
Oh God,
docu-series.
yeah.
What is that? Unreal.
Unreal.
I mean,
Hmm.
that's it's. I mean that looks to be pretty much the end of hiding what goes on. Now, granted, it's WWE, so you're gonna get what they want you to see, but the fact that that's the steps are taken, like you said, Rich, when it was protected, so tightly for so long, um, I think it was a lot of protected so hard. It the way that I think of it is like a parent with their kid in Christmas. You know what I mean? Let's protect that magic because you're afraid of what your kid or us as the audience. Oh well, they know what they know the magic now, so now they're not interested.
Right.
I I don't find that to be my kids love Christmas just as much. I love wrestling just as much. I think I have a deeper appreciation for it, knowing all that goes into it behind the scenes. Um, so yeah, I'm there for it, man. If it makes the performers' lives a little more enjoyable for them to live outside of the ring, then I'm down for it, man. Like you said, I just enjoy it for the performance that it is.
Yeah, and you know what? I personally I like that analogy that you made because once I stopped believing in Santa Claus, I feel like I enjoyed Christmas more. You know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
could enjoy it with everyone. I knew everything that was going on. I wasn't afraid of some invisible man who was going to mark me down for being bad. Like it,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like nothing went away when it got better to me. And that's kind of how I feel about wrestling too. And it happened all at the
Right.
same time because kayfabe started to lift around the time I stopped believing in Santa Claus. So, um, and but yeah, I mean, it was like as a kid, it was great,
2020
but
was a
then
magical year, Bob.
it was God. I learned so many things. Oh man. So, Rich, the week after that, we see the post, and again, the same thing breaks down. And I believe, oh no, this time it wasn't quite that way because you were already in the loop. But I see the post from Cora Jade, Elayna Black, Bree, and it
Yep.
says that she is taking a
Oh, all good?
yeah,
Okay.
that she had taken or that she was going to take an indefinite, we'll say, leave of absence, that she was quitting wrestling essentially for her own mental health. Um, and that it started off that she had some sort of 10-minute video, but instead she posted a screenshot of a notes app thing that she had written, saying that she was going to take the time off. Rich, you've made a bunch of posts here. How did you find out about it?
I literally found out at 9:51 a.m. on Monday morning last week. Her agent emailed me, and it was posted by her by somewhere between 9:55 and 9:57. I was getting messages at work by 10:03.
Some for me. Yep.
So like I didn't check the email until like afterwards, and I'm like, oh, this is what the email's about, because like I would get so many emails from him that I didn't check a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's what he wanted. Got it. And yeah, pretty much she kind of just gave a notice to him and they did a really quick PR and that was it.
Wow. Yeah. Wait, John and I were talking about last week that, speculation. First of all, be very clear, we're all on the same page here about mental health. We take it very seriously, all of us, Rich included,
Yep.
and we don't mess around with it. We've got,
Yep.
people in our lives that might have issues or might be, suffering from things, maybe like me. But no, but there's everybody who's dealing with different mental health issues, and we take that very seriously, and we're not going to poo-poo on anybody for taking a mental health break here. There are people who are speculating that, she's just making enough money doing something else right now and doesn't need it and decided to just take a break and do that. There's some people who might just say, she's been flighty since she was in WWE, and this is just another example of kind of how she's always been. I don't know anything about any of those things, but it's got to suck for your fans, Rich. That's really what it comes down to here. It's not necessarily about, we're going to investigate Cora Jade and find out the real reason no, our fans are suffering because of this. So let's talk about that instead. How did you see the notice, you have to start putting things in motion quickly. What did you do? How are you taking care of this?
Well, so like we had it out on social media within 12 hours. And that was very difficult because I didn't get done working until probably 3 o'clock your time. So like we had a PR on our own by like 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the news is out there already, there was no way to damage control anything. We just had to go with what we knew and tell the fans everything that we find out. Like usually you get like about a day notice. Like we do our PR stuff very quickly, just so that we're ahead of the curve. And I'm guessing that's why she did her so quickly, was because she didn't want other people to post about it without her having her input on it, which that makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right. Um, is there, are you doing anything to the match or have you decided yet?
it's just gonna be a singles match. It's gonna be Laney versus Lily.
Okay. All right. Hey, we were talking about last week, John and I were speculating that was probably going to end up being the case at this late stage. And we were saying
Right.
again, that match don't lose a step. You got Laney Luck and
Mm-mm.
Lily Ruiz, man.
Nah,
They're
yeah,
yeah,
it's a hell of a match still, for
it,
sure.
it is. I'm going to get into it in a minute.
It's one of those things.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's one of those things where when somebody cancels 2 months from it, it's very hard to find a replacement if you
Mhm.
got to deal with logistics.
Right.
So if you have to deal with flights, airfare, hotel, all that stuff, it's very hard to get a replacement that quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe it. So since we're talking about Destiny, has anything else changed with Destiny since the last time we talked to you?
Everyone else should be scheduled to be there. Should be there. The only one that was pulled, we announced a while ago, was Maggie, and that's because
Mm-hmm.
she's signed for TNA. Like, that's definitely understandable.
Right. I don't know if you know either one of these names, John. I know you know one of them at least, maybe both of them. I'm not sure. But speaking of TNA, did you guys see the Mecca Brian Johnson made his way into TNA
And
as
Bill
well as
Collier,
Bill
man.
Collier?
I
Yeah,
did. Who is
yeah.
a large dude.
Do you know Bill
I
Collier
always
or Mecca Rich? Sorry, John. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I don't.
You don't. What were you saying, John?
I
Just that
don't.
I always forget how big Bill Collier is. I don't know what it is, man. I can't connect that name with a large human being, and he is a large human being. Um, but yeah, man, I was, whew, you know me. You and I are big Mecca fans, so it was good. I was happy for him.
Yep. Yep. And we'll talk about it in a little while. He showed up at a chaotic wrestling show in New Hampshire this weekend as well. Man, that guy's nuts, man. It was a lot of fun. Um, anyway, so but we got Rich. I don't want to get too far off topic because I want to find out, Rich, Destiny, how are ticket sales? How many tickets are left? What do people need to do?
Okay, so the entire floor is sold out.
All
The only
right.
tickets that are available are balcony. Balcony is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 250, 260,
Okay.
depending
Hmm.
on what other Book Sharp has tickets. I don't know exactly what their count is, but we'll say about 260 remaining.
All right.
With 2 months to
But
go.
everything in the floor is sold out. Yeah, we
Whew.
we push
Awesome.
really hard on this event. Um, the place that it's at is not a wrestling venue per se. So like
Hmm.
they ask me a bunch of questions like, do you have a personal trainer? Do you have this? And it's like, no.
Right, right,
Because like they're thinking they're kind of getting the impression of UFC slash WWE.
right.
Right.
And it's like we're not that scaled. I mean, I wish we could charge those kind of prices, but we're not there.
Right.
Hey man, you already stuck it to customers this week with a big $5 increase or something coming up for 2026. And
Yes.
I just jumped in on that post and I'm like, Richard, you would say this is crazy, man. The value that you still give your customers, and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm raising prices for the first time in 5 years. And I'm like, dude, you could raise them three more times, they wouldn't even notice. I don't think.
You'd be amazed.
Well, that's fair. Um, what was I gonna? So then I saw you posted that you've got four more new shows coming to
Yep.
RPW starting in 2026, right? So what's going on with those? Tell people about those.
Okay, so RPW Adrenaline, well, we're probably gonna have two or three of those.
Hmm.
They're gonna be 5 match cards. So
Okay.
our goal is to get some of the people that are on a waiting list to work for RPW.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we
Okay.
have what 175 ones that have reached out to us before. Um, the adrenaline shows will probably not be flights. We're just trying to get people that are in the area that have not worked for us to try and get them on shows.
Oh, cool. Yeah, to me, when I heard it, I was like,
Awesome.
oh, this is kind of like in your house back in the day. You know what I mean? Like you got your big
Hmm.
shows, and then you got your in your house shows.
You know,
I like it.
same logic. Yeah, same logic.
Yeah, get some people in. Your price point is going to be
Like,
Price point for the shows
for the
or what?
the adrenaline shows. Are they going to be
So
the
price
same?
adrenaline shows, no, they'll be less because there won't be any flights.
Right. Okay.
So pretty much take out flights, take out majority of hotels. You're probably looking at, I'm guessing, 3.5, 4,000 a show.
Okay. All right. I that's interesting. And it opens up 50 new questions that we have to do another show on. But um,
You
what
know,
I guess I didn't ask it well, but I was really trying to figure out tickets for the fan. Are they going to be cheaper too
they're I think it's 25 for front row
see,
versus
that's awesome.
versus 35.
nice?
So $10 people. So
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting five
Again,
matches instead of eight or
value,
nine.
man. Value. I mean, come on, man. That
exactly.
you can't beat that.
That's one of those things, man,
Five
where like
matches, $25, front row,
shit.
no brainer.
Man, look, if I was on the times when I'm on a budget, uh, you know, and I'm spending $20 to $25 to sit in the back or general admission with my kid, and you came out with
Well,
these shows, I would splurge the $25 and have sit front row with my kid once and be like, we're like Bob Euchre, man, we're
absolutely.
down in the front
And like,
row.
well, like Rich was saying, man, bring in some of these names that you're not used to seeing in there, and I mean that to me that's the excitement factor of good value for my money, quick, I could do a quick show, I don't have to spend all evening and or all day, and I'm getting to see, 8, 10, 12 wrestlers that, I haven't seen. I've heard, but I haven't seen. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's perfect.
And there's a lot of big names in the Midwest that have reached out to us before that we haven't been able to
Hmm.
use.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome, man.
And so, wait, so that
So I
makes,
mean, like this thing.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like Maggie Lee still lives in the Midwest. So I mean,
Hmm.
if she's available, that's definitely an option.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. Maggie Lee's the best. So that, what does that make? That makes, so you had before, so this year, before you announced the Perseverance tournament, you had been operating
Mhm.
on a 5 per year schedule, right?
Yeah, yep.
And are these tournaments going to be yearly?
We're gonna see how they draw and go from
Hmm.
there. Because I like the 2 day environment
Hmm.
for the tournament because I think it's intriguing, but we need to see how the ticket sales go for the second day.
Right.
Because like the first day, people are very intrigued, but I want to see how they go as far as do we go to an 8 man tournament or
For the
do we,
continuation, yeah.
Right, right,
because like
right.
wrestling 4 times in one night is too much, but 3 times is doable, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I've seen a 16 person tournament go in one night, 8 matches, there's always got to be a couple of buys. You can't have anybody like you can't do it. It's too many things going on. Um, to have them all
Hmm.
wrestle in one night. And this is, I think Rich is the one that said this to me, so I don't want to steal his idea, but the way Rich is doing it
Yeah,
feels more like the Crockett Cup.
Hmm.
'Cause
yeah.
that's how that was day one. What did they did 16 matches day one, I think, and then they narrowed it down to 16 or the next day and did the rest of it, I think. But those were probably wild days of wrestling, those first Crockett Cups. I've seen like
Well, I
some of
mean,
them. What?
they probably got the idea from WrestleMania 4 with
Hmm.
the world title with Macho Man beating Ted DiBiase.
Hmm. Yep. They
So I think that was a 14 man tournament.
it was, yeah, yeah. But they had Andre and Hogan in the with the buys, and then the other, I
Yep.
guess, 6 matches, 7 matches, or whatever it was. Yeah, um, yeah, 6 matches because they both advanced. I like that tournament. A lot of people shit on WrestleMania 4, but that's I don't know. I always liked WrestleMania 4.
It gets a bad rap, but I'm with you guys. It was definitely an enjoyable WrestleMania. So,
Yeah, especially since I thought
The worst
DiBiase
one, in
was
my opinion, was 9.
which one? It was worst or best?
WrestleMania 9 was the worst.
I have a soft spot in my heart for WrestleMania 9. I don't know. I I don't know why all the hate. Here's my opinion on WrestleMania 9. We're definitely getting off on a tangent now, but here's my opinion on WrestleMania
You're good.
9. The two doink spot is legendary.
Yep.
Hogan and Beefcake in a world tag team title match. The big event or the big schmaz at the end with Hart and Hogan and whatever. You got Tatanka and Shawn Michael. I mean, I don't know. I think there was a lot going on that day that was a lot of fun. Undertaker and El Gigante or Giant Gonzalez or whatever was not great.
Yep.
I don't know. I enjoy. I just recently watched that show again because I watched that documentary. I don't know. I like WrestleMania 9. The one I don't like that other people seem to like is 18. Not a fan. I mean,
Oh, see, I
I
was
don't
there.
really. Yeah, I mean, I think the Rock Hogan moment was cool. It was a cool moment, but I don't think there's much else going on in that WrestleMania. That's just that's me. Um,
There was a
the
big argument about what should have been the main event when I was there, like in Toronto.
yeah,
They were like, it should be Rock Hogan. Back then, it was a title match regardless.
yep,
hmm I don't
yeah,
know, guys. Night one last year was kind of rough.
yeah. That is true. Night one was bad last year or this year.
Ugh. Ni- Night
But
two was good. Yeah, it was good, but yeah, night one,
now this SummerSlam that's coming up is shaping up first. first thing we got on the SummerSlam was Jelly Roll, and then my eyes rolled. But since then, that card has been shaping up. And I tell you what, man, this what is it, 5-team TLC match for the tag titles? Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind on that match. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's starting to take some shape. I'm with you, but I'll reserve judgment, man. We're gonna see how they pull this off.
Oh man. So Rich, I was gonna.
It's
Oh, go ahead.
funny because I was just gonna say on the indie scene,
Hmm.
wrestlers absolutely hate those scramble matches
I bet.
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
it's just so hard. It's so hard to figure out what's going on. Like
Yeah.
especially like the newer generation doesn't care as much, but like the veterans, they
Mm.
hate the style of a passion.
Wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You know what I mean? And these guys who are working this SummerSlam are probably working on this show for a while. I mean, working on this match for a while. You don't really have that luxury on the indies. You start running a scramble, you got all these moving parts in one place, and they all got to coordinate a lot of times day of, right?
Mostly, I mean, like it depends on how key the promoter is. Like I'm pretty hands-on as far as like details and stuff go, but like a lot of the thing that people don't think about is that we're one of one. They might have 20 other bookings that they got to worry about besides ours.
Right,
Mm.
So like they're not thinking about ours until just before it happens.
right, right. And then they got to put this whole match together. And yeah, no, I get it.
One day on the calendar.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. But but yeah, as a fan, I'm looking forward to this particular one very, very much. Um, yeah. So what I was going to ask you a second ago, Rich, was why is this? Oh, it's the wrong one. So we're going to officially a 9 event calendar in 2026 with the possibility of two more that you're going to add
It'll
these two
be,
tournaments.
it'll be an 8 man or 8 event.
Okay.
So pretty much there's going to be um, 2 double shots. One will be in November is the plan. There's one already set for Wapaka in May.
Hmm.
A couple of adrenaline shows, and then we're going to hopefully do Appleton again. It's up to Appleton,
Okay.
and we might do somewhere else. I don't know, but there's going to be one in St. Nasium coming up down the road that we'll be announcing shortly. That'll be our first adrenaline show.
Oh, cool. Now, where is
So
that?
it'll be fun.
You say down the road. Where?
It's about 20, it's about 24 miles from Manitowoc.
Okay. All right. I've been to Manitowoc. Now I'm getting situated. Um, okay. So yeah, you're still in a pretty decent little geographic area though. You know what I mean? Like none of this is none of them are far from each other. Far, far.
It's about probably 60-mile radius of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what like we hear with MCW, John. Like from here to Joppa is probably 60 or 70
Hmm.
miles from my house. And that's probably the radius that they run, although probably that goes out to the Eastern Shore and then up to Frederick as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a decent little, I mean, that covers a lot of ground, and in Wisconsin, there's a lot of ground to cover. So, I like this, man. I like seeing you run more shows, have more people involved. It feels like RPW is leveling up right now, to be honest with you. You feel that, John? Like it feels like,
I do. I do.
yeah, things are different than when I first
Our,
met
gu-
you, Rich.
We became one of those where I'm very big about logistics. So like
hmm
we're planning out stuff for next year right now, where a lot of places are focusing on the actual event coming up. I have the Vince McMahon logic of planning way ahead.
Right. Oh God.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, except that if that's what's going on in his head, it probably never shuts off.
I sleep on my phone.
I love
Oh
it.
goodness.
Any other RPW news, Rich? Anything else to share with everybody while we got you here?
Um, just pretty much we should have tickets available for next year's stuff coming in Should be late November, early December is what the plan is.
All right.
We could have every show.
Very cool.
Pretty much, we have a really good website person that does a great job of taking care of everything,
Mm-hmm.
and we will make sure that we get people the opportunity 2 weeks beforehand to order all the tickets in advance, and then they won't have to pay an extra $5.
Nice.
So
Very
like,
cool.
so we all have that code again.
Right.
I don't remember what the code was off the top of my head. Too many different things that I have to memorize. But pretty much there would be a code that they have 2 weeks to order tickets for every show for next year.
I like it.
And like we
Yeah,
do
very
all that,
good.
we do all that by hand.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
As
do.
far as like when people buy tickets, I write down every single person that buys tickets and where they're sitting and all that stuff. So I'm very old school that way.
Hey,
Bob,
look.
Rich is after your own heart, man.
Yeah, man. I was thinking the same damn thing, man. This is exactly how I do half the things that I do, man. It's like nonstop note taking, spreadsheets, lists. It's just constant. Oh man. But that did
This
remind me,
is my
Rich.
wall. You
What's
see
that?
Look at him.
it?
My
You see the
man.
wall?
Oh, shit. Yeah, exactly.
That's
See,
awesome,
that's how
Rich.
you handle business right there. Exactly. For those of you who can't see, there are notes
So
and
that's what it looks
post-it
like.
notes all over Rich's wall here with different things from
That
the.
is cool.
I was trying to screenshot
Oh
some of it to
man.
get some inside info, but no, it didn't work. Um, oh my God. Well, that reminds me, Rich, I probably should ask you this off air, but do I owe you money for tickets? I forget.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I like the way Rich says it. Yeah.
I pay Rich every time, he knows, but I bought the tickets for the after party and I
He does.
didn't even think. I'll send you money, Rich. Yeah, I just buy them on the site. You would just pay for
Okay.
them on
All
or
good.
is it sold out on the site?
It's sold out on the site. Just do
Okay.
it manually. Just do
All right.
it through me. You're good.
Okay, I'll do it. All right, no problem. All right, so Rich, anything else going on before we let you go, or
Um, I'm an open book. What do you want to talk about?
well, we're about to get into some news. I don't know if you're welcome to hang around if you'd like. I was going to talk about. Are you in the loop, Rich, on the new guys, the tag team, the new guys?
I am not. Where are they from?
They're running a lot out of the Midwest. They were the Dreamwave Tag Team champions until just a couple of weeks ago. But they're also, I think, the Glory Pro Tag Team champions and a few others.
Yeah, Bob loves these guys.
I hate these guys, and I don't hate these.
No.
No, I do. I listen.
You love to
I'm
hate
not.
these
I
guys.
do love to hate these guys. In fact, did you see my note? I made a hashtag note.
I did.
Yeah,
I saw.
FTNG. Right, FTNG is my opinion on those guys. F the new guys. Because they beat the hype and they took the tag titles off the hype, and I am a mark for the hype. And then it just started. It just snowballed into this thing. But Scott Stanley's injured, and I just found out about it.
I saw.
Um, I just found out about it when I was watching the last Dreamwave show and saw that they were having a tournament for the tag titles, which, by the way, the hype have made the finals. So they're on their way back to the top, John. The hype is on their way back to the top.
Hey, we'll take it, man. We love the hype.
But I don't know what's been going on. I don't know what the injury is. I looked it up and I saw that Scott had made an announcement, but I didn't really get too much further into that. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, holy crap, these guys are like at the top of my rankings. They're tag champions in like 5 different companies right now. And now he's injured. What do you think of the new guys, John? I mean, we've talked about it a little bit before, but you've seen them.
They listen, take it out what Bob's personal opinion is, right? These guys, they're impressive, man. They work well together. They got a great look. Um, I can see why so many places, put the belts on them. One, they are that good, whether we like them to be that good or not. They definitely draw. Uh, they're a good package, man. So I get it. But I also get, they definitely are one of those teams that, you love to hate. And I think Bob, you're not alone. And, I think there's a lot of, you know, the secretly closeted haters out there that kind of like these guys, but God dang it, they're beating all my friends. Yeah,
Yep.
they're good. They're as advertised. They're very good.
Yeah. No, they absolutely
What's their
are.
individual names?
Scott Stanley and Jake Bosch.
Yeah, I don't know who they are. I mean, I follow Dreamwave, but I probably just scanned by it.
Yep, I'm sure. Um, yeah, like I said, they've been tag champions over there for a few months, and they've just been rising out of nowhere. And Rich, you're a promoter, so I know you know what I'm talking about. John, we were just talking about this with Milo Mira, but
Hmm.
that these guys sometimes they just appear on the scene and they splash. And it was like I didn't know who these guys were 10 minutes ago, and now they've got 5 sets of belts. And with me, I don't know how to describe it. It's like with all the data that
Well,
I
like
put
you said,
together all day. I was gonna say it's like a ripple in the
it
matrix. Like I could see, like
yeah,
all of a sudden I see this ripple, and I'm like, something's going on over here. Is that Milo Miro with a pogo stick? You know what I mean? Like it's just, and that's what happened with the new guys. There was a ripple, and then they were there.
I'm with you, man. It just like you said, it to show up in a promotion and you, like you said, make that splash. Um, okay, but these guys did it, and then it was like, oh, okay, that's a name I haven't heard, and then it was like, boop,
Yep.
boop, boop, boop. We were like, oh, okay, wow. We went from not, who are these guys to okay, they're pretty good to holy crap, they're everywhere, and they're
Yeah.
winning belts everywhere. Yeah, it's like you said, it's just when something catches, man. Sometimes it just word of mouth really gets around, man, and they pop up everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Rich, put those guys
And a
on your
lot of
list.
it's based on. I will work on it.
No, I meant list of guys to check out, not your waiting list. That's already too long.
Oh, oh, don't worry. I'm sure that if they hear this, they'll hit me up.
Yeah. Good. I want to see. I'm already here for the new guys against Royal Flava. So just mark me down as that's what I'm here for. And it's going to be for the tag belts because I'm telling you, God. Anyway, I'm not getting into my predictions again. Listen, but no, these guys are great, and they've got, and that's the thing I think me and John talk about, like Rich with you and like I keep going back to Royal Flava because I really just am impressed with those guys. But you see certain teams or certain performers, and you can feel the upward trajectory on them, and that's the
Hmm.
impression I got the moment I saw Royal Flava like 30 seconds into their match. And it's the feeling I
Hmm.
get watching the new guys too. There's just a presence that they have that tells me these guys have got something, and it's shooting upward, not down.
Yep.
A lot
Um,
of it's just based on. A lot of it's based on who trains you.
Hmm.
Do you know who trained them?
I don't. Let's see if I can
That
find it out
I don't know if Bob. Yeah.
real quick. I
No
can find it real
cheating,
quick.
Gus.
Oh yeah, no idea. But yeah, no. So, but talk about that for a second, Rich. So that's an interesting point, though. Like, are you saying like certain more well connect? You
Uh,
mean the connections?
so
Like,
a lot of a lot of trainers focus on certain levels of your character.
Hmm.
Their trainer was Mr. Anderson.
Oh,
really?
sheesh.
So yeah, JDX is the same. NDS is the same.
Oh, you mean Royal Flava?
So
Sorry, I'm
like,
sitting here looking at
Okay.
these other ones. Oh, so Scott Stanley.
oh,
By the way, I'm just jumping in here real quick. These guys were both trained. I don't know if you recognize the school if I say it, but the trainers listed on Cage Match for these guys are Mike Outlaw, Camaro Jackson, Cody Lane, and Warhorse. So it's somewhere in the Midwest.
okay, so that'd be St. Louis.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Um. So yeah. So that's that. These guys are out of St. Louis, or at least out of that school. But you're saying these guys get connections by like certain people who run schools have more connections than others?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on who it is. Like, I mean, I get hit up a lot by Ken students. I get
Hmm.
hit up a lot by Seth Rollins students. I get hit up a lot by Booker T students. I get hit up a lot by Devon Dudley students. And a lot of that just goes back to they see somebody else from the next school
Hmm.
and it puts A to B.
Right.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Now Rich has got me generating a list in my head. Who are Seth Rollins students? Who are Reality of Wrestling? Who else is that? Yeah, I'm cool,
Maggie
filling out a
Lee,
list in my head. Well, I know
so
you've talked to Haley J,
Lee,
but she's just
other
down with Booker T
wrestling.
now.
Yeah, I don't know where she was trained originally. She was, I'm assuming it was her mom was Haley J.
Hmm. Um,
But like Heather Reckless and Maggie Lee were both Seth Rollins.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but those, like I said, those guys are great, and I give them a lot of shit. And hashtag FTNG might be our first piece of merch one day, um, but they're like I said, they've been at the top of my tag team rankings from day dot. So I hope Scott Stanley gets better soon. And unfortunately, that's not all the injury news we have this week. Did anybody see? I know, John, you
Yeah.
saw the notes, but I mean, did anybody see more about this Tom Lawlor injury that he needs a hip replacement?
Yeah. I mean, Tom, Tom, the last man, it's 6 months to a year that I've seen him. You could tell something wasn't wasn't right. I mean, in the way that guy wrestles, man, it's balls to the walls. I'm surprised that he hasn't had more injuries than he has had. Um,
That's a
but
fact.
you got to imagine, dude, you think about it. I mean, relatively, in the grand scheme of things, relatively short time in the professional wrestling world for him. But man, he was a lot of that the mixed martial arts stuff and just that guy's a lifelong athlete, man. It's a toll on your body and just man, I just he just a hip replacement at this age, like, oof, man.
Yeah, man. My
But it
grandfather had
also,
one of those.
but
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But
he's a
but
young
I mean,
man.
it also sounds like yeah. But what I could find. I mean, it also sounds like he's having some pretty, in pretty serious back issues as well, spinal issues. Some disc problems. Um, and, all you can do is just wish him well, and you just hate to see it.
Yeah, I'm reading this now from the
And
Reddit. I pulled it back up. The quote from Tom Lawlor, I need to have hip replacement on my left hip and some sort of spinal surgery. The L5 S1 vertebrae in my back down at the bottom. I have
Ooh,
the herniated the disc. There's no disc there anymore. And the spinal column, that portion is out of place and pinching a nerve in my back. That's a big deal.
yeah. As somebody I have dealt with over in the last year, issues with my L5S1. That's where you end up with the sciatic issues, pinching the main nerves going down your leg. It's extremely painful. That's actually the reason I had the bariatric surgery to lose some weight, um, was because I was having so much pain, from the L5S1. Um, so yeah, man, and I'm just a regular average guy walking around with that kind of pain. I can't imagine, trying to
Wrestling with
do
it.
what Lawler's been doing. Dude, it's all I could do to get out of bed and go to work.
Mhm.
And I sit in an office chair. So, to get up and to wrestle and train and do those kind of things, man, that my heart goes out to him, man. I just wish him well.
Well, my
the thing is, a lot
okay.
of people don't realize it.
Go ahead, go ahead.
A lot of people don't realize this, but like the wrestlers don't have health insurance. Some of them
Right.
don't. So like when they get these catastrophic injuries,
Hmm.
they're crippled as
Yeah.
far as like their finance
Right,
Yeah.
because most places aren't going to cover professional wrestling.
right.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you,
Man.
as a lawyer who does personal injury as an ambulance chaser in my shoot job,
Mhm.
L5S1 is a big part of my everyday. Like a lot of my cases are
I bet.
L5S1. And if it's not L5S1, it's C5, C6 in the neck. Those are the two. Those are the ones that always seem to show up in my cases from getting rear-ended. And I can tell you
Hey, listen.
how hard that is.
I've got the nice scar from those right there too. So my father. We grew up
Hmm.
together. He didn't leave me a whole lot, but he left me a bad back. I know that. So
That he did. That he did. Oh
Yes,
my
he did.
gosh. But listen, I don't know. I didn't see like a GoFundMe or anything for Tom Lawlor, but if I do, I'll post it up with like I do with the others.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Wrestling's a community, and John, we're part of that
Absolutely.
community now. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm in the business. That's not what I'm. Don't quote me on
Eh,
Twitter, but I'm just saying like,
no, but this is
this is what we do now.
like
So
like no, but like Rich said, this is our opportunity to give back to when these guys need help. Um, that this is where the wrestling community I think really shines. Um, in that giving back, that community feel of it, because we know these guys, aren't, don't have that, like Rich said, like the insurance, it's just not there. And for what these guys give us, and the least we can do is give back when it's needed.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, One other thing to note, um, and I'm sure, like I said, I don't think Rich has had any connection with Draven the Blackbird King. And in fact, John hasn't really
Oof.
either because I interviewed Draven before. Draven was my second interview. Rich, I
That was
did you?
that was
Yeah,
before, yeah.
I did the interview with Rich that basically spawned this podcast. And then a few days later, I get hit up from Draven the Blackbird King out of the blue. I'd never met him. And he's like, "Hey, man, can we work on something?" And I said, "Sure, no problem. I'm actually starting a podcast. Let's have you on." And so I had him on. Great guest, a lot of fun, good character. I mean, honestly, man, John, I need to get some folks to record some intros for this show before the theme starts. And the first person that I had in mind was Draven because if I could get me a caw uh before our music hits for the podcast, I'll just
Right.
I'll pop every time. But Draven messaged me a few days ago and he was like, "Look, man, can you let everybody know I had an injury? I'm trying to find what."
Yes.
Go ahead.
I saw some pictures of the elbow, man. That thing looked rough. That
Hmm.
was that was a it's a bad one. So he's gonna be laid up for a bit, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's
Just
saying
make
up to
sure he
nine
doesn't
months.
drain his own.
He doesn't what?
Make sure he doesn't drain his own elbow.
Oh,
I've heard that back in the day. That's very dangerous.
oh my gosh, I wouldn't even
You
know how to
can you
start
can
that.
you can you can die from that.
Ooh. Eee. No, thank
Gosh.
you.
It's pretty much what I mean because I'm guessing the elbow kind of looks like a tennis ball.
Hmm.
You know,
Jesus God.
yeah, you gotta be very careful because like a lot of times when you have that kind of issue, it can almost be poisonous when you're trying to pop it.
It's crazy, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, and anybody again, this is a good moment to say anybody who says wrestling is fake, talk to Draven's arm right now. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. A supercondylar fracture of the left humerus and dislocation of the same elbow. So I mean that's the upper arm and a fracture and a dislocation. I mean whatever he did. I'm not 100% sure what he did to do it. Um, wow,
mhm,
that's not a good one.
mhm. Yeah, I'll tell you a story off air, John, about that. But let's just say for the sake of the podcast that Draven is a tough dude.
Oh,
Draven's a tough boy, man. Good God.
mm,
Um, but yeah, so well wishes to him. But not only that, I'll let you guys know right now. I mean, I'm not no secret here. I'm gonna have Draven on the podcast a few times probably while he's out. No reason people should forget Draven's name. We like Draven. So, John, I told Draven, man, come on for some of these watch alongs we do, man.
oh, absolutely.
We got to have Rich on for one of those where we watch something else and just like have a group of people like instead, you know what I mean? We were talking about this before, John, about having like more people on to do the watch alongs with.
Right.
And
No, we just get on and hang out. We just have fun, man. That's the most fun that we have is doing the watch alongs.
my God. And listen, and watching
Which one do you
wrestling.
guys have in mind?
Oh, I don't know, man. We have like 1,000 of them in mind, but they come on out of nowhere. Um, but yeah, they're just a lot of fun to do. Like the one with Focus Pro that came about because we talked to those guys, and then we had an
Hmm.
idea and we said let's run with it. But I texted John about it this week. Doing it live I don't know. I had more fun doing that than even when we record them. Was it the same for you?
Yeah, I had a good time, man. It was just you don't think about it. You know what I mean? You just kind of sit and you're hanging with your buddies and you're talking about the things you love, man. You're like, "Oh man, did you Oh, look at that move. Oh, look at the facials on that one. Oh, look at that ring gear." I mean, just it's just we nerd out, man. It's the nerdy stuff. I love it.
We do. And I gotta imagine on some level any of these guys who actually know we exist and go back and listen to us talking about their matches, right? Like if I was a wrestler and I found out people were watching my matches, I'd listen to every podcast that watched my match. I don't know. Am I crazy? Like I'd want to hear everything that everybody's saying about every
It's
match I
very
do.
it's very real as far as like communication is everything,
Hmm.
and you never know who's ever listening.
Right.
So like that's why I'm very big about communication at every level for us.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, and I've
that's
got a
something I grill into my team.
that's a fact. Yeah, that's something. I got a story to tell you, Rich, off air as well about John and I were recently contacted because we didn't know we had no idea who was listening and somebody was listening. So I don't know if it's going to turn into anything, but it really it made me laugh. I mean, it was kind of cool, wasn't it, John? The message I sent you.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it was neat.
And that we get
Surprising.
yeah, and we get it. That's the thing. I mean, Rich, you have to deal with this as well. Like in this first 6 months of us doing this podcast, seven now, I guess
Yep.
the things that the people we've met out of the blue and the experiences like the connections that we've made have just floored the crap out of me and they just seem to be coming out of nowhere.
Hmm.
Did you experience that when you started running shows?
Oh, 100%. There's people I have no idea who they are, and they're hitting me up like we're best friends.
Hmm.
And like I feel bad because I'm like I have no idea who you are. And like they're kind of like offended by it. It's like I'm I'm one person, you're one of 5,000 for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, tell them if they want to get
Unless I know
recognized by
you
somebody with
from
an
somewhere else.
encyclopedia in their head, tell them to just call me. If they want to get recognized, I'll just pull up my spreadsheet. I'm sure they're on it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for me, it's just like some of these people I have no idea who they are, and I feel bad, but it's like because I'll get friend requests from people that I have no idea who they are, and I just keep them off.
Hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about that. But it makes sense. I mean, it's you know, we're just a tiny little podcast, and I get messages from people. I'll say every day, yes. Messages from new people, not every day, but I get messages from people, and it's already hard for me with 2,500 followers on Instagram. It's hard for me to keep track of all the things going on. I cannot imagine these wrestlers with 10 and 20,000 followers or more. They've got, I mean, the amplification of the multiplication of the amount of messages that they get. I don't know how they see any of them because it's just a
A lot of them, a lot of them, it's probably you can actually group it on Instagram
Hmm.
where if it's a main person or not, or if it's whatever.
Mhm.
We get hit up from belt collectors all the time, and I'm just like,
Oh,
no.
me too. It's nonstop with the belt people.
You know, they're just constantly. I'm like, are you gonna come to a show? Well, be bye. I'm like, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, you're gonna get hit up a lot more after you do your thing for the live podcast.
Yeah, we
So,
are.
I mean, because you have some really good guests on that show.
Yeah, we do, including
I'm
you.
looking forward to it.
We're
Uh,
starting out the show hot.
I'm the first, and it gets better after that.
Hey, you have no choice but to be on camera this time, Rich. You're part of the deal this
Just say,
time,
Rich,
man.
Rich is
I
starting
know.
off with us, so it can only get better after
That's
Rich. You're starting out with us, so you're starting out at the bottom floor, brother.
yeah,
When I
man.
first did my first podcast, I was scared to death.
Yeah.
Like I watch it from back in the day. Like there were so many times I'd go or whatever else, and I'm just like now it's all natural. Like I don't even write down anything. Everything I'm talking about is all I live.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yep.
that's where the outlines came from, John. That's when me and Rich started doing this. Like I've said Rich an
Right.
outline every single week, and that's how that started. Was like, okay, because Rich wanted to understand what was going on. And we've had other guests who've come on who would like to know at least like an outline of what they're going to be talking about. And some
Right.
people are more comfortable off
No,
the
I mean,
cuff, but that's,
and exactly. And listen, and Bob likes to write everything down. Bob likes to have a plan. I'm not smart enough to have that figured out. I mean, Bob tells me we're on social media. I've heard of it. So, I,
shit, that's no good, John.
so
I was just about to
I'm
ask you
just,
advice on this grouping messages thing because I was
yeah.
listening to Rich and
So,
all I heard was blah,
well,
blah,
I
blah
mean,
technology.
so yeah, I'm not smart enough to be worried about it. So I'm just there. I'm here. Bottom line, and this is just keeping it real. I'm here to hang out with my buddy. That's what I'm here for. And now I'm making all these, Rich making new friends.
Mhm.
Dude, this is awesome. So for me, this is all cake, buddy. This is just great. Bob's over here stressing, and I'm just like, do 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 do.
Oh my God. It's so funny too,
It
because
is.
as much fun as we have when we hit record, John knows. I send him messages. I'm like, dude, I'm having stomach pains. We might not be able to record tonight. It just gets that way. You know what I mean? Talk about mental health. Um,
I was gonna say,
and I
Bob will
know
tell you, Rich. I was gonna say the only you can tell him, Bob. The only thing I know about social media is I know how to send Instagrams about wrestling to Bob at 2 in the morning. That's all I do.
he texts them to me.
I do. I text him. Is there another way to do it? I don't know.
You could send him in a message through Instagram, but it's
Oh, get out of here. That's just black magic.
oh my God, nobody's gonna listen to this podcast. It's a bunch of old guys screaming at clouds about technology.
Hey
Oh my
man, if they don't want me to email it, don't. If you don't want me to text it, don't put the button on there for me to share it through the text.
oh my God.
Oh, you sound like my kids. Get
It's
out of
true.
here.
It's true. Oh my God, it's funny. No, it's crazy, and
Oh,
and Rich to get to back to the point of where you and I seem to join here on all the planning and stuff, man. It's like it doesn't stop. And it's like every time we make a new connection or we have a new idea or whatever, it spawns like six new connections and 12 new ideas, and then I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning, like drawing pictures and mind maps or whatever. Which, by the way, if anybody's is visual like I am, Mindomo, the Mind app. This is not an ad. I do not have any affiliation with them, but I started using Mindomo, the mind map app, and it is awesome. Like I'll be up and it'll be like, it honestly, it kind of looks like my mind maps on there kind of look like the crazy person conspiracy theory guy with the board with the strings. Like that's what most of my stuff looks like most of the time.
Okay.
And so but that's you
And
experience that as well too, right? Like every time you have an idea for a show, then you've got 35 other details you got to figure out in your head, or you meet one person and you're like, okay, well he wrestled this guy, maybe I can get the two of them here. Like, am I close? Is that
it's very close. I mean, like we do everything based on logistics. So like if we have a group coming from St. Louis, we try to get multiple people from St. Louis. If we have a group coming from Columbus area, we try to get multiple people from that area.
hmm
Flight wise
mhm.
is a little different, but
Right.
like I'm very picky on flights. Like that's a different topic for a different podcast. But like I'm a Delta person.
hmm Sky
Everybody's
Miles?
different. Um, yes,
My
I'm
man.
all about Sky Miles. I am a $12 person. So if I can get a flight for $12, I'm all for it.
Shit. I mean that.
But yeah, it's one of those things where we get a lot of people that hit us up just because of who has worked for us before.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So like the more you build your brand, the more people will hit you up.
Yes, absolutely, and
And it just doesn't stop.
that's absolutely turning out to be true. I never really when I started doing this, it was just I wanted a place to make notes on the shows I go to, so one day I can look back on it like a journal or do something. That's all. That's literally all this was. That's the whole point of this thing from the beginning. And now here and John and I are. You know what I mean? Here we're here with Rich. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a fun journey. I am enjoying the absolute hell out of it. And like I said, I don't know that I would say we're in the wrestling business yet. Rich told me I'm more of a hybrid. I'll take that. But like it's I'm not in the wrestling business, but I like being this close to it, and I'm fine right here. I'm like John said, man, I don't know any other way to put it, but I'm just having a good time with my buddy, and we're meeting people, and it's just nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're meeting like-minded people. I mean,
That's a
we
good
we
point.
knew there were people like us out there, like Rich out there but the fact that, now we're really getting to interact, and we're so excited to come out and hang out and see Rich do his thing in his element, and it's just, man, it's awesome stuff, man. I don't know any other way to explain it. It's just, I did something right some point in my life because I'm getting rewarded now. I like it.
I love it. But I'll tell you the
Well,
thing. Oh, go
so
ahead.
like we told I was just gonna say, pretty much the deal I made with my volleyball people was that
Hmm.
anyone that has a group of four or more that come to the show will announce their team name. So you're gonna get some
Awesome.
laughs with some of their team names are hilarious.
That's cool.
That's cool, man.
And then
See, I like.
you'll get to see me ref one match. I'm refing Jordan.
Oh,
I've
I'm
seen it.
refing Jordan versus Casey.
Oh, cool.
oh, okay. Nice.
So I am pretty much legally blind in the ring.
I can attest to
So
that as
like
well.
pretty much everybody's just got is a head in there. I can't figure out who's who. But yeah, it's what and like what I do that's different, and like I
Mhm.
got yelled at by wrestlers for doing this. We do a thing called Ready Ready. It's if you saw the
Oh,
show American Gladiators, the ref
Mhm.
would do that. So that's what I do, and I did it one time. I think it was Santana Garrett's match, and she's like, "What the hell is that?" Like, she lost like her train of thought because she wasn't ready for me to do that.
She wasn't ready for the ready.
That's
there you
correct.
go. Oh my God. All right, now we got two shirts to go to the merch store here. Uh,
Right?
oh
Oh
my
my
God.
goodness.
Yeah, man. I tell you, one of the folks that Rich has out working for him that we've talked about earlier today that I got a chance to see on Friday, is Laney Luck. And
Mm.
we we have talked a bunch about Laney, and we're huge fans of Laney
Yes.
Luck, and she's going to be at
Yes.
Destiny wrestling Lily Ruiz. But here's what I wanted to note, and then I'm going to throw it to Rich because this impacts Rich as well. I saw Laney at Freelance on Friday, and Laney's always looked good. I mean, she's always in shape and whatever, but she looked like, we say this too much, John, but she did. She looked like $1 million. Like there was something, it was like she has been
Hmm.
training more. She has been something. And I was like, I can't put my finger on it, but Laney just looks like to be in great shape. And then I saw the 6-person tag match or the Ring of Honor match, Rich, and I was like, that might have something to do with it. What was that
Hmm.
match?
That was Saturday, right?
Yeah, was that at Collision
The
maybe, or was it okay?
your collision, yeah.
Who was?
So like all those kind of things, Devin sends me all those
Oh,
because like
really?
he watches everything, and yeah, so
Hmm.
like I'll get all these notes, and I'm like, okay, I'll get it posted sometime today, like, but like because we have so many people that work for us that get opportunities that
Hmm.
unless they send them to me individually,
Hmm.
it's very hard to keep up on everything.
Right.
Like Sam Beal was out and working that security spot for the tag match.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys know who Sam Beal is or no?
I've no,
I
I mean,
do know Sam
I
Beal.
know of some, yeah.
I've seen a few of the matches. Yeah.
Yeah, so like he was one of the security guards breaking up the action.
Hmm. I love that. That John and I joke about that almost every week now. It's kind of a running gag on here.
It's a running
Who
gag.
did we
Yep.
recognize in security this week? Because it's true, man. The more people I meet in the indie business, the more security guards I recognize. It's a direct correlation. Um, it's insane, but they're everywhere. I just mentioned Kevin Koo the other night was on, and he's got such a recognizable face that I was like, oh, there's Kevin Koo, and my
Yep.
daughter's laughing at me. But yeah, it's crazy this just to watch the security guards. They were in Maryland. I saw
Uh,
some guys from MCW. Like it's a cool thing that's
Yeah,
how the business works.
and like Rich is saying with Sam, if you see Sam, you know Sam because that hair is.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Yeah.
It is very recognizable.
Oh
Him and
my.
I
He
have
is.
a connection. We're both diehard Lion fans.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, you can
So
join
that
my
we'll talk.
so you can join
Yeah,
my daughters.
we'll talk outside of wrestling. So he's a diehard Lions fan, and so is Jason Hotch from
Oh,
TNA.
okay.
Oh
TNA.
wow.
Yep. Okay.
So like I'll hit them up if like I'm at a game or whatever and see if they're in town or whatever.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
You going to Detroit for any games
So,
this
but
year?
yeah, I mean, like a lot of them, probably not.
No.
Probably not gonna go out this. Their tickets are insane. Like cheapest ticket I think is like $300
Yeah,
Whoa.
at
NFL
Ford
and
Field.
ooh,
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
not
bought many.
including airfare or hotel or
Right.
rides there.
Right. Yeah, I haven't paid for NFL. I haven't bought NFL tickets. I haven't been to an NFL game in a long time, I don't think. But have tickets gone up across the
I,
board a lot or
They have. I mean, like I'm trying to get face value tickets for the Packer Lion game on September 20 or September 7th,
mm-hmm.
and that's another one. My cheapest ticket is like 250 to 300.
Ooh.
geez. Is there a wait list for Packers tickets still that's super long for season tickets?
There is, yeah.
How
There is.
long?
Devin probably doesn't want me telling you this, but I don't really care. Devin is a season ticket holder. He's got second row. I
Uh,
believe at the 5 yard line.
John,
Ooh. Whew.
John,
Don't do it, Bob. Don't do it.
John.
so
We got to beat up Devin.
so
Don't.
just
No, take his tickets.
Yeah.
as Devin listens to
Uh.
this tomorrow, he'll be like,
Yeah.
"Rich, we gonna have a talk."
Everybody's gonna be hitting
Oh
Devin up
my
for those
goodness.
tickets now. Hey, I had nothing to do with it, Devin.
Uh,
Listen, I had nothing to do with it. Don't get mad at me.
you could listen. You could tell Devin it was me, and then he can hit me up on social media. I'll get
There you
right
go.
back to him.
Yeah, John. Listen, it'll get lost in
See
a
now you
sea
got a
of
reason,
John's social media.
Oh.
now you have a reason to have him on your show.
No, hey, I love Devin. I
Yes.
can have him on the show anytime, man. Devin's great. Um, and
He's a cool guy.
I'm gonna make a joke to John though, because I think when we first, maybe it was a little bit before we started the podcast, but it's within the last year, I think, when I saw John on TikTok and I saw his kids lecturing him because he posted something from his pocket or he posted some. I don't remember
Oh.
what was that.
I got hacked, man. I got
Yeah,
hacked. That's
that's
why
true.
my kids made me get off of TikTok. They wouldn't allow me on there anymore. So we'll just leave it at that. It was an embarrassing little video.
Oh my God.
It
Oh
was me
man.
doing some private business and while looking at my phone. So and I got
I'm just
hacked.
that's it. That's it. They hacked you right when you were. Yeah. No, absolutely. You
Right
stick
when
with
I
that
was
story.
I am.
Oh my God.
Uh my
Oh
kids
yeah.
were mortified.
Well,
Oh.
the other thing that I kind of wanted to just mention, and I don't know for me because I watched a lot of wrestling this week. Um, and
Okay.
I don't want to go through. I'm not going to go through all of these shows and review them since I'm the only one who watched probably all of them. But dude, the one thing that I'm realizing now that my wife and I have separated um, is that wrestling is always on in my house. Wrestling is always on. Like he's talking about Devin's always watching everything.
Mhm.
I am
Yep.
always wrestling is just always on in my house. Um, like this week, if you saw in the notes, John, I mean, I just in the last few days, I watched the PWF show, the Chaotic Wrestling show. I watched EPW episode 200. I watched a hell of a show from Pro South, that freelance show, and then Ricardo Rodriguez's promotion out in Pennsylvania, 3LW, Spirit of the Ring, just in the last few days. Dude, I watched some great wrestling, and now I'm like, it's ramping up more, which is probably not a good thing for my compulsions and my obsessions. But um, there's just so much good wrestling to watch, man. There's just so many great performers out there. Um, I'm trying to mention some that Rich might know about, so I'm going to stick with this freelance show. But they were doing one of those. What did they call it in WCW? I should have looked this up beforehand, where they did the tag teams that they put together at random and then had a tournament, and then the winners at the end.
Oh, was it like the wheel of death, wheel of. I know
No,
exactly. Spin the. No, it was. I'm thinking that's something else.
wasn't the lethal
But
lottery,
it
was
was.
it?
I know what you're talking about. It might have been the lethal lottery. Ah,
Anyway, that's what
you're
this
gonna
was
have to
like.
Google me.
They basically said they put five
Okay.
sets of teams together, and that five sets of random teams together, and then the winners of all of those matches would be in a battle royal at the end, and the winner gets a title shot, which is such a fun concept. Um, when you're watching like WCW and you're watching weekly TV and you're familiar with these characters, and then they're thrown together in weird ways, it's an interesting and fun concept. But at a place like Freelance with Indie, like you can do literally anything. I mean, you have an unlimited roster. You've got people you can pull from all sorts of various places. Like they put Laney Luck and Shaza McKenzie together, John. Like, come on. Um,
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
actually really good friends.
yeah, right. And they had Kylie Ray was there. She ended up with Trevor Outlaw, and then they got beat in a surprise. Um, And then at the end they have the battle royal, and we got Chico Suave is going to battle Koda Hernandez. Oh, that's a name I wanted to find out about. Have you had any contact with Koda? He's quickly becoming one of my guys.
I believe I've talked to him before. I'd have to go back and look. I know I've talked to Chico Suave before.
hmm I I'm just getting in the loop on Chico Suave, but I like him too. But Koda's been the freelance legacy champion for like 13 months, and he's just blowing people away, man. I'm super impressed with this kid. Have you seen him, John?
Is
No, I haven't.
Storm Grayson still there?
I haven't seen him much. No, not much. Let me see. Last time, yeah, not since October.
Okay, because he's worked for me before. He was a champion, I think, when he worked for me.
hmm and then their champion
I'm
is
doing
Devin
an
Monroe.
experiment right now.
What's that?
I said I'm doing an experiment right now. Can you tell that we're walking as we're
I
talking?
I can. Is this an alternative to the pacing?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I'm going to work a little early.
Oh, are you?
We're good. We still have like probably 15, 20 minutes.
That's all right. I'm kind of wrapping up here, John. Rich, before we move on to the next segment or whatever. But I was just kind of wrapping up and making a point that there's a lot of great wrestling on. And John, you and I just have been having so much fun doing the watch alongs and wrestling is just always on in my house now. So something's going to come of that. There's going to be more of something here because I'm just enjoying this way too much. And it's just so much good wrestling. Um, John, one thing I will mention to you in that PWF show, Colby Carino, who is
hmm
everywhere, but
Oh, we
dude,
love Colby.
if you get a chance, it's on the IWTV. Um,
hmm
the PWF show is one of the first ones on the just added from this weekend. If you get a chance, watch that Colby Carino match. The chops that Colby Carino is laying on this kid, I mean, they're so loud and just he's chopping the shit out of this kid. It's great, man. It's absolutely wonderful. And then they also had Jackson Drake come in and face Kaitlyn Marie, and that match is just off the hook. So those are two to recommend to you if you get a chance to go see them. Big fan what those guys do down in North
Good.
Carolina.
So, so I was gonna show you guys this. So look out. Can you see like grass area right now?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So pretty much this past Friday, somebody was didn't realize that this is a walk path, not a driving path.
Oh no.
Oh
They
no.
ended up going through somebody's yard, breaking barricades and breaking fencing.
Well, I'm laughing, but nobody was hurt,
Probably
right?
doing about. I have no idea.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh then.
Probably doing about 55, 60 to 25.
Wow.
Oh.
mean, because you're not going to break fencing going 25.
Mm.
No, no.
I'll send you the pictures later. You're going to be like, because they cleaned up a lot of it.
Oh my gosh.
But I'll send you the pictures and you'll be like, wow. To say, to say they broke the walls down, Chris Jericho would even be proud of that.
That's right.
Oh,
Goodness gracious. Well, this is a good point here, Rich. Rich is walking into work now, so I will say goodbye to you, Rich, and let you get off to work. I know we ran longer than expected today. I appreciate you coming on. As always, we love having you on the show. We are very much looking forward to coming out to seeing you in
Awesome.
September and coming out.
yes,
But I'm sure
absolutely.
we're definitely going to have you back on the show before that, if nothing else, for the go home for Destiny.
Hopefully, week or two beforehand, we'll say sold out. That would make me very, very happy.
Oh man, listen.
Yeah.
The moment it happens, you let me know. I'll share everything you post about it because this is a big deal,
Hey,
man, and that's a big
exactly.
venue.
And we'll be pushing it for you too, man. We'll
Thank
be
you
getting
very
on
much.
people. Get out and get the
I actually,
tickets, everybody.
I actually bring tickets with me every day when I go to work. So
Nice. This guy's
Man,
always working, man.
he is.
Richard, you
I,
are the man.
pretty much, I tell them the only way I work Thursdays is if I can push tickets. If I can't push tickets, I'm staying home.
God damn, I love it.
Rich says make it worth my while.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Businessman.
Help me,
exactly
help
what I
you, help me.
said. Pretty much.
That's right. That's a businessman handling
Awesome.
business. Well, listen, Rich, thanks
That's
for coming
right.
on, man, and have fun at work. And I'll talk to you very soon.
All right,
Sounds
brothers.
good. Thanks again.
Stay safe, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, John.
Oh my goodness, man, that's hilarious. I want to see the rest of these pictures that he's gonna send us.
No.
Oh man, but I was gonna say to you, John, the about that 3LW show. The reason why I put it on the
Hmm.
list, if you get a chance, I think I watched that one on YouTube. 3LW Spirit of the Ring. I'm not telling you to go watch like 6 hours of wrestling tonight, but if you get a chance to click on it on YouTube and just check out the camera
Hmm.
quality, the video quality, it is next level. It's so crisp and clear. I don't know if that's 4K or what, but I was watching this
Hmm.
like who are they paying for this kind of production, man? It's so good. I know that's a
That's
big deal
awesome.
with
I'll have
us
to
when we do
check
our
it out.
YouTube stuff, so I wanted to mention that because
Hmm.
it makes a huge difference. Good, the difference. Oh, why is this not?
There you are.
Anyway, I was just saying that it makes a big deal. It makes a big difference when we have when the camera quality is good, when the commentary is good, when the audio is clear and those kind of things. And I was
Yep.
just super, super impressed with that show from that perspective. Um, the one thing about the chaotic show I want to mention, I think I mentioned earlier about Mecca showing up. He showed up on the
Hmm.
video board. So Shannon Levangie has just come back from an injury. I think she was at their last show, and then she wrestled at this show and won. And then the Mecca appears on the screen and basically is like, "Great, well, you're back. So what?" You know, in that sort of Mecca way, like, you wanna really show what you're worth, whatever. And I immediately tweeted, the last thing that you want is Brian Johnson's undivided attention.
No,
Right.
you are right about that.
Oh my gosh. So good
We
luck,
we
Shannon
we know a
Levangie.
list of guys. I was gonna say we know a list of guys that Shannon can talk to and
Yeah,
ask what happens.
that's right. Especially Hellfire McGuire. God, we were just talking about that, man. Like,
Ooh.
he just let
Yeah,
Hellfire McGuire just we thought he was going to let Hellfire McGuire take the lumps, and then
I know.
he went to bat for
Yeah,
him. Went
he
to bat
did.
for him.
Surprised us.
Oh man. Well, John, let's go over these and new champions of the
And
week. The one thing I realized as
yes.
I was putting this list together is it keeps getting longer. Um, and I don't want to read. I'm not going to spend the podcast reading a bunch of names for too long as this list grows. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mention 10 or 15 here on the show, and then do a supplement later by video or whatever, to give everybody else their due. I just don't want the show to devolve too much into a list of things, but I want to give everybody their props. So I'm going to fool around with it. Maybe there'll be like a YouTube or an Instagram video or something, or maybe I'll go live or something on Fridays from my phone and give everybody else their due, but something to that effect. That's what's coming. I say that to say I don't want to shortchange anybody who won titles this week. Um, but there were a lot on the list that I sent you, John. There's 31. And I'm only going to cover
Hmm.
about half of them. So let's talk about some of these and new champions of the week. I'm kind of going all over the place on the list I sent you, John. But the one that I just saw, because we covered this Rebel Spirit Pro show that was taking place at the ballpark with Wrecking Ball, Legursky, and everybody else. And we stopped and specifically mentioned Dijak versus Spencer Slade as the match that we were like, holy cow, that match is going to be crazy. Well, it turns out they made it for the Rebel Spirit Pro heavyweight title, and Dijak won it.
They
There was a
did.
nice picture of Dijak with a new belt on Facebook this morning. Big congrats to Donovan Dijak. But god damn, dude, he is everywhere. Like, does he sleep? He's
Everywhere.
wrestling 3 times a weekend, and he cuts promos for everything. And no matter what show
Yep.
you see, there's a Dijak promo on the Facebook page. It's
Dude, he is everywhere right now.
Yeah, he's got this indie thing figured out, man. There's a few people who do, and it seems like he's one of them. Um, also, someone else, it's another group that's near and dear to our heart at MCW. We're big fans of what they do. But I am
Hmm.
a big fan of the Devil's Business. John is a fan of the Devil's Business, especially AK Bane.
Absolutely.
I
AK
love the
Bane, baby.
Zukos, but the Devil's Business went down to the Zukos in Dundalk over the weekend, John. And
You know what? I'm sure. Listen, the Devil's Business. They probably, brushed their teeth. They got a little bit of the water from Dundalk on the toothbrush. They were not feeling real well. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense to me.
the water from Dundalk. I
Oh,
lived there. I lived it. The smell from that treatment facility nearby is something you just eventually learn to live with in town, man.
it is a special place.
It's a special place. But I tell you what, they love wrestling there. Dundalk is hot for wrestling.
They do, and I'll tell you what. I'd much rather call Dundalk home than Hagerstown.
Ah, listen to John in his heat with Hagerstown. Oh my God. But he's right. I would choose Dundalk over Hagerstown too, honestly.
See, it's not just me, folks.
But yeah, I was interested to see the titles change hands again. And the one thing I want to mention about that
Hmm.
was that last week when we talked about Ryan or a couple weeks ago when we talked about Ryan coming teaming up with Kaz Lee, and then his dad comes back, and I was saying, I think I'd like to see Ryan. I was happy about the singles run Ryan was on, and I want to see more of it.
Hmm.
And my first thought when they won the tag titles back was, oh man, now Ryan's stuck in this tag team for a while, and we're not going to get that. I'm not going to get that singles run that I selfishly want soon. And then I stopped and thought to myself, the best way to catapult this guy into a singles run might be for him to hit his dad in the back with a
Hmm.
steel chair. I'm not saying that's what's coming, but that's the first. I mean, overnight I slept on it and I woke up and I went, oh, wait. He might have to put dad
I
down.
kind of had the same thought. Dad's back. Dad's a little overbearing. Ryan had a taste of the singles run. Um, Ryan may be ready to get out from under Dad's shadow. And like you said, you talk about really putting a rocket on him.
Yeah.
Man, people would be on him in a good way. You
Yes.
know,
It'll
they
be bad at
the
first because
crowd would turn on
they would
him.
turn on him. It'd be so
Oh,
hot.
they would turn on him. But he would have so much heat. Oh, it would be glorious.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you see Ryan just beating down his dad somewhere. Like they have like
Hmm.
a series of matches and one of them, Ryan's beating the crap out of his dad after the bell. Then Ken Dixon runs down to make the save on a heel Ryan Zuko. And then all of a sudden that gets
Yeah.
brutal. Like it's already starting to make sense up here. And I'm no booker. What the hell do
Hmm.
I know? But like I'm getting excited thinking about it. Because I think the world of Ryan Zuko. So I'm looking forward. I hope I'm right. Because Dad, he's closer to our age, so it's time for him to go to the old folks' home anyway. You
Right.
know what I mean? And certainly that's what my kids tell me.
Well,
I
I mean, at your age, I get it.
that's oh my gosh. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, kids, I'm getting older. Your great grandmother just died, and people are, we're getting older or whatever. And I said, maybe I should start planning for when I'm not here. And Lauren's first response was, I want the car. Okay.
Uh, love you too. Uh, good old Lauren.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me get to some of these and news. We talked last week, John, you and I, about this Atomic Legacy wrestling show that was just really full of stars. Um, they had three title changes, two vacant titles were filled. Sydney Akeem, John, is your new Atomic Legacy Wrestling Next Level champion, winning a fatal four-way that involved El Ridiculoso, Mbadu, and the former Odyssey Jones. Um, and then also at the same show, the Brothers in Arms defeated the Good Brothers to win the vacant tag titles.
Wow. Okay.
And Tony DeVito
All right.
defeated Madman Fulton for the already established hardcore title. Madman Fulton in a hardcore match,
Wow.
bro. I bet that
Oof.
was awesome.
Dude, the only thing that would make that better is that you get Madman Fulton and Cruel in a hardcore match.
Oh,
Oh,
book it.
you talk about needing to reinforce a ring, my friend. Oh my goodness.
Hashtag give John the pencil. No joke, man.
I'm
Shit.
telling you, those two will bring down a skyscraper. Let's go.
Dude, the cruel thing is only growing with me too, man. Every time I see him,
Oh,
it's God, that guy's
dude, I'm
fantastic.
so impressed with that guy. It's just, and like you said, it's just getting better and better.
Hmm. I want to give our buddies up at Pro Wrestling Junkie, who just threw a show this weekend, filled some titles there. Alan Angels is your new
All
Massacre
right.
champion for Pro Wrestling Junkie. He won I don't think it was a gauntlet. I think it was a five-way. Darren Richardson, Gabriel Sky, Ken Broadway, and Steve Pena were all involved in that match. And then on the same card,
Wow.
Emily J
Okay.
wins their women's title in another multi-person match. Ava Everett, Jasmine Allure, Kylie Ray, and Zeta Steele. Holy shit, those two matches alone.
Ooh, damn, son.
They were probably a hell of a match. I mean, a hell of a show. Um, what else am I going to cover here? Thunder Mountain Wrestling changed two titles this weekend. The tag team titles, the Peacemakers won the tag titles. Actually, they unified the tag titles. The TMW and PWA tag titles were unified as the Peacemakers beat the Void. And then the TMW title and the PWA title, heavyweight titles, were unified as the Ramrock won a triple threat against the PWA champion Will Kennedy and Bobby Fish. That's a
Wow, Bobby Fish sighting. All right.
big fan of the Bobby Fish. What else
Love the fish, man.
do I have on here? At Create Pro Wrestling, Nat Castle won. Hold on, I want to pull this up, John, because I meant to do this earlier and I didn't make a note. Nat Castle won the Create Pro Women's title from Gabby
Okay.
Forza this weekend.
Okay.
And the reason I'm mentioning that is because I want to give Nat Castle her due because not only did she beat Gabby Forza this weekend to win the title, here we go. She won the women's title. She beat Gabby Forza in a Bloodline Rules dog collar match.
Whoa. Okay.
I couldn't beat Gabby Forza in a dog collar match, could you?
No.
I'm surprised anybody
Was
could.
it?
That seemed like that match is right up her alley.
Wow. No kidding. Dude,
And
all that power connected and you can't get away from her? That's
right,
that's impressive, man.
it's
Yeah,
scary.
that's impressive.
And according to
Wow.
Cage Match, they go 26 minutes and 13 seconds, which is, man, that had to be so much fun.
Holy moly.
Yep. What else do I have here? At oh, here we go. At MWA Wrestling, Tanner Rankin won the heavyweight title from Christian Temple. There was one that was back to back. Here it is. AIWF, the Brass Knuckles title, changed hands at at a Wrestle Arts show. The AIWF Brass Knuckles champion, Trip Cassidy, lost a triple threat match to Gwen Niadana and Dylan Cole. Dylan Cole, your new Brass Knuckles champion. And then it looked like almost immediately they decided to unify that title with the Wrestle Arts Openweight title. And Josh Crane beats Dylan Cole and takes both titles.
Holy shit!
Like, damn, man, why'd you put
All right.
Dylan Cole through all that shit just to take? Listen,
Wow.
Dylan, you're getting your flowers here, man. You're gonna get a graphic from us this week as an and new champion.
Abs-
God damn,
Absolutely.
poor guy. They just jobbed him out. Um,
Wow.
and someone else we know, Khan, Bishop Khan, uh,
Yeah, I saw.
your new Pan African Diaspora champion, defeating Shug D this weekend at an ASE wrestling show.
Hey,
My boy,
we're all
man.
about Quan, man. That's absolutely
Yeah.
beast. We'll take it, man. Good job. Congratulations, brother.
Yep. I think that's pretty much it for this week. So those are your and new champions for the show. But like I said, I've got several more. Watch the Instagram. There's going to be a couple of posts with and new champions this week because there's just too many names to get to this week. Oh no, there was one
Too
more I
much
wanted
good
to mention on
wrestling,
the.
Bob. Too
What?
much, man. Too much good stuff.
Nope. It's just going to keep going. Wrestling is always on, John. It's always on. Um, who is? Hold on. I want to see this now too. This is Smash Master, because these are two names that we are also very familiar with. Um, at Smash Master Wrestling this past weekend, the Riot Act won the tag titles from Hoss Sauce. And the reason I mentioned that to you is the Riot Act is Angel Metro and Riley Crow with Nahir Robles.
Oh, love. Ooh, yes, we know a few of those names, don't we?
Yeah. So, but they knocked off JS Hawthorne and Masty C to win those titles over the weekend. So congratulations to them as well. I'm a big fan of Riley Crow, man. We saw her at that one show,
Yeah,
that fire show, and I thought
yes.
she's great.
Yeah, Riley Crow is amazing. So, yeah, that's awesome, man. And to
Hmm.
hear Robles is that that young lady is for real. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, she is, man. Congratulations to them as well.
Yes,
Um,
very much so.
so let's move on to our IWX Watch This segment, our recommendation for the week. I want to hit on this first, John. Did you get a chance to watch the Sampson match
Mhm.
I sent you?
I did. I just finished watching it, not too long ago. So, um, listen, the fact that you've got, our show buddy, our friend, our whatever he wants us to call him, person in our life, Sampson, and listen, I have always loved Hernandez.
Hmm.
Um,
You've mentioned it many
dude,
times.
that pair, wow. Um,
The hard cam
I,
of
I felt
just them
bad.
standing in the ring, right? Like the visual of that was nuts.
Dude was just and Hernandez at this point is definitely, the elder statesman, Um, he looks great.
Hmm.
Sampson always looks like $1 million. I know this match was from, a bit ago, but damn, that was a match. That was a Hoss match right there. And man, I felt so bad for those guys in the ring with him.
Oh my
But
God, man.
anytime that I could see, Samson just doing the big brother, the hand on the head and
Uh,
just swinging, and then Hernandez hit a border toss. Oh, that
oh,
is just, to me, that is one of the most brutal. But it's just, it seems like such a like to get hit with that is just, it's total disrespect to you that I toss. It's not a move. I pick you up and throw you.
I
I'm
know.
strong enough to just pick you up and throw you. It's just, it's so disrespectful. I love it.
Man, and the commentary made a comment at one point about I think the Digglers might have left and gone home, and I made a point in the notes, man. I would too, man. Those guys are scary. Hernandez and Sampson together is scary, and they were just like
Yeah,
the
it's
Digglers had zero answers for them the entire match.
dude, it was men in there with boys. It's just, it didn't matter what kind of skill level they had. There was nothing they could do to Hernandez and Sampson. It's
Mm-mm.
just the too big a power disparage. It just too much. It's
No
too
doubt.
much.
No doubt, man. But hey, I got to give Sampson his props. He sold the shit out of that double shotgun drop kick, didn't he, man? He just
He did.
I
Listen,
was like, that's
Sampson
awesome.
is a freaking professional, man. I mean, the guy is good. There's
Yeah.
a reason he's where he's at. Um, I mean, Sampson can do it all in that ring. Don't get it twisted that he's just a big guy kind of lumbering around the ring. I
No.
mean, that guy has he's got a total game. He's got all the tools in the toolbox, and dude, he does whatever's necessary to make the match. But when it's go time, listen, you're hard pressed to find a guy that can end that match as quickly and as decisively as Sampson can.
No question, man. And to that point, I was crying laughing when one of the Digglers goes running full speed right at Sampson, and all he does is sort of
Dude,
halfway shrug one shoulder, and the guy just falls backwards. It was like, was there a
dude, it
fly in
just
here somewhere? Like,
yeah, it was extremely impressive. It was just it was a lot of fun.
yes.
Um, one just because you like Sampson so much, and we've gotten to talk to him a few times, and um, it's nice to see somebody that you have a rapport with do really well. And the match was great, and then we get to see, at least for me, I get to see somebody that I've really, come up over the years and really formed an attachment to in Hernandez. Um, and it's nice to still see him around and working at this kind of level. I mean, he looked great.
Hmm.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much, Samson. Thank you for sending us the match because it was it was a great time, man.
I'm gonna go
Thank
back
you.
and watch the rest of that show because it looked like it was a pretty good show.
Oh, dude, I left the whole show on. The whole show was great.
Was it?
So I mean that the aesthetic of that where when the wrestlers are coming out to the ring, and if you watch it the whole show, um every time they announce somebody, that it's kind of the ring lights that are up are different colors. So it kind of differentiate. It was just something different. It was kind of cool that, I knew that every time a light changed that that the next person was coming out, the next tag team, the next wrestler, the next
Interesting.
whatever. It was a neat little touch that it's not something I'm sure I've seen something like it before, but I never noticed it to this level, and it was needed. Definitely added a nice little touch to the show, man.
Very cool. Very cool. I love those little touches, man. You're right. They make all the difference in the world. And sometimes I think, like you said, you don't even process that you appreciate them. But then when you do, you're like, yeah,
No.
that's the thing.
Well, the whole reason I even started it because, like I said, I watched the whole thing because I ended up going back and watching it. But I was, obviously fast forwarding. I wanted to get to Samson's match to watch that first. And I kept noticing as I'm fast forwarding it, the lights just kept changing. So I'd stop and kind of back it up a little bit, and that's when I know. I'm like, oh, okay. This is how I know. Okay, the next match started. Okay, the next participants are in. The next, we've announced the next team. They're coming out to the ring. Um, so after I watched the Samson match and went back and watched the show, uh, yeah, like I said, man, it was just one of those little things that my brain is like, hey, dummy, look at this, it's cool.
Hmm. Hey, well, speaking of those watch alongs, maybe that's something for us to bring Samson on and we can just watch that show and just talk. Um,
I'd be all. I mean, I'd love to hear his thought on how the thought process on laying out that match when it was obviously such a size differential and to make it look like it did. And I'd love to hear, his thoughts on working with Hernandez, man. I mean, to me, Hernandez is one of my all-time favorites. So, I'm just throwing that out there now. Like Hernandez is up there for me. So I'd love to hear, a Hernandez story or two.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely gonna, Samson's gonna be listening to this, I'm sure.
Yeah,
So, Samson, we'll
absolutely.
have you back on real soon, man. We're looking forward to talking to you anyway.
Yes, sir.
So, the actual IWX watch this week, I wanted to throw that match in there because Samson sent it to us, and we love watching his
Hmm.
matches and covering them, and I wanted to give him his due. But the IWX I sent you this week was longer than usual. I apologize for that. but I have been wanting to
That was
see.
good.
I've been wanting to see this for a while because I've been covering Primal Pro Wrestling, and they are in my rankings every month. And so I've seen they do a bi-weekly show. It's every other Sunday, I think, or Saturday. Primal Rage, and this was more of like the Super Show PLE version, I guess, of Primal Rage. And I wanted to see what how they put it together. I really, really enjoyed this show. We got 6 matches. It went like 2 hours and
Mhm.
15 minutes or something for those six
It's like
matches.
215, 220, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all got time.
Yeah, it was like I said, man, it was a good show. I didn't it didn't feel like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It kind of flowed pretty quickly. Um, yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I had a good time. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Now there's now I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. I always have a hard time covering battle royals. I want to give all these guys their due, but there were so many people in the match and names to keep track of and things like that that it's hard to really pay too much attention until the very end. The one thing I will notice is that Xander Phillips was the standout from very early. He ends up
Hmm.
winning the battle
Hmm.
royal, but you can hear them talking about things that he's doing from the beginning of the match. Um, and I was really impressed with this kid. But the two people that I really liked out of the match that really just stood out to me were El Mexica and Grizz, the Cali Bear. Like I love
Hmm.
those guys really impressed the crap out of me. El Mexica, two good eliminations at near the end there, both on the apron. They were awesome. And then the double Bronco Busters, that's always going to pop me. That
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
I came away, I'm with you. I came away kind of the same thoughts of the guys you mentioned. For me though, the standout, I mean, Tariq Tarvos that guy's a beast, man. Obviously he came back into play later on. During the battle royal, they kept mentioning he's kind of the muscle. Obviously not knowing much about the promotion. Okay, you and I know what it means when somebody's the muscle, but okay, where does that fall into it? We kind of got that coming up, but it was a good introduction to him and kind of the intimidating presence he can be. And dude, he's no joke in that ring. I mean, he is. I saw one of your notes on here is that he's a big boy, and he is. He's a big boy.
He is, and putting him in like the muscle kind of role, man. I mean, to compare him to like Mr. Hughes or
Hmm.
Diesel or
Yep,
whatever. I mean, he
that's
fits right
exactly
into
what
that
I.
role.
Yes. Yes, he does. He's got the menacing look to him. He got that no sell kind of face. Where he's just kind of the stoic stone face.
Yep.
And just like you said, just a big guy that you see like you said, the airport, our favorite thing, the airport test. You see that guy, you're like, whew, I wouldn't want to make him mad.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, I was with you. Grizz and El Mexico were really kind of the standouts, man. They were, moving all over that ring. So it was good, man. Yeah, I'm with you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good way to kick off the show for sure. Um,
Hmm.
but then we get right into it, man. The rest of these matches get right into it. The next match is a WWE ID
Hmm.
showcase. Zara Zaker versus Jordan Oasis. I honestly, John, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. I have been saying I need
Hmm.
to see Zara. I need to see Zara. I need to see Zara. I finally got to see her, and man, is she impressive! I was trying to find a way. I not like I didn't want it to sound like creepy, but like she's this little package. Like she is this little muscular, athletic package, and she is just constantly all over the ring. She's got counters for everything. You can't take anything for granted.
Hmm.
The spot I mentioned was when she was laying on the mat and Jordan Oasis tries to pick her up by her neck. He lifts her up into the air and she releases it and
Dude,
hits a
and that
drop kick in midair.
dude, that to me that was the move of the match. Dude, so impressive. Um, First, I mean, I've seen some clips here and there. First, I've seen a full match. I'm with you. I've been waiting. I was very excited to see her. She is in my mind what I want. What's the girl from LFG? Tyra May Steele.
Right. Yes.
She's what I want. Tyra May Steele. The personality that's what I want to come out of her.
hmm
Um, Now, future tag team, maybe.
There you go.
But yeah, she is. Zara is just so impressive, and I was super impressed with Jordan Oasis, man.
Uh-huh.
That guy he is a beast, and I'll tell you, for being an intergender match, they really went at each other, man.
Those
And
chops.
Zara held her own, but man, Jordan didn't hold back on the chop. I mean, he there were a few that he just leveled her, and there were it made even me and everything we've ever watched, as much as we've seen, there were a couple of them that I watched. I was like, oh, did he mean to hit her that hard? Did Because I mean, and she sold like $1 million, dude.
Yes.
Um, and he did a great job too, because kind of at the beginning you could tell he didn't really want to, he didn't want to lay into her, didn't want to lay into her, and that was part of the psychology of the match, right?
Yes.
Didn't want, and then by the end, he was like, you know what, woman, I respect you enough as a wrestler that you've almost caught me a few times now, so I gotta lay it in, and phew, man, it was good, but yeah, I mean, I came away with it, or away from it, wanting to see more of both of these wrestlers, man. I mean, Zara is just super super impressive, and I want to see what Jordan can do in there with some guys his size. Not that there are a lot of guys running around his size. He's a big boy, but yeah, man, I was really impressed, and he does a lot more high flying moves than I would expect him to do.
Yeah.
He's pretty nimble for a big boy. So yeah, man, I'm all in on both of them. It was
Abs
great.
absolutely, man. I did too. I was really impressed. I like Jordan's look. And I think he's very professional or something in the ring. There's something I can't put my finger on, but yeah, you're right. It's something
Hmm.
he carries himself in the ring very well, and it
Hmm.
can be hard for a guy to do an intergender match in the first place, but to be that much
Hmm.
bigger than she is, added sort of a Rey Mysterio Big Show element to it. Um,
Hmm.
and so that can be harder for him. Big ups to him for the way he handled that match. The speech afterwards, I
Yeah,
liked seeing them talk. Like it was
yeah,
cool.
super impressed, man. Just super impressed with both of them.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to make a note of was just how, like I said, I mentioned a second ago about how Zara always has she always has a counter for everything. If you try to do something to her, she'll throw you in a small package. It's like she's relentless.
Hmm.
And there was a spot in the match. Have you ever seen, John? I'm sure you have. When we were kids, people had it everywhere. The I guess you would call it a meme now, but when we were kids, people had it printed on paper and put it on doors. But the never give up meme with like the pelican or the whatever with the frog in his mouth, and the
Yes.
frog's got his hands around his throat, refusing to be swallowed, and it says never give
Hmm.
up. That's how I felt about Zara Zaker. She's on her knees getting beat, and she's slapping Jordan Oasis in the face from her knees.
Hmm.
Like
Yep.
it's like defiance in the face of getting
Hmm.
your ass beat. And then she went, oh,
Yep.
I like that little piece there too. Where like, yeah, you
Yeah,
can
it was.
never I remember my dad saying as a cop when I was a kid something about there's this one guy that my dad was like, I'll fight him, but if I fight him, I'm gonna have to kill him because otherwise he's just gonna keep coming back.
He's.
And that's how I felt about Zara. Like
Hmm.
she's just gonna keep coming back till you put her down.
Yep. No, she, like I said, just super impressed with both of them. It was just a great match.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it too. So we move on to the next match, the six-man match that I originally had a note in here. We got the Two Tang Clan, Michael Hopkins, Rebel Storm, and Two Tang taking on Joey Lancaster and his goons, Frankie Flacco and Zook. And I originally made a note, it may still be in there, that I thought this match was really about Hopkins and Lancaster.
Hmm.
Kind of like when you would see Dalton Castle and the boys in a six-man match, it was usually to further along a Dalton Castle feud, not so
Hmm.
much feature the boys, but I was way wrong on this one. Um, by the end of this match, I realized, I mean, Two-Tan Clan is a blast. And at the end, we get the goons
A lot
turning
of
on
fun.
Joey Lancaster and just leave him laying out, which was awesome to see. There's just a lot of stuff going on in this match that I thought it was going to be a breather match for me, and it wasn't. I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Especially the ending. It had it had its slow moments. In there. Not my favorite match of the night, but my f- not my favorite match, but it had my favorite characters of the night. Um, the best introduction of hey, these are our guys. This is who they are. This is what they're about. This match had the best story for that for me. Um, I really liked Flacco and Zook at the end, kind of that a little bit of a, I wouldn't necessarily say a face turn, but definitely a we're going out on our own turn.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of putting Lancaster down, and you can only get pushed so far, man. Um, that really came out, and Hopkins is just that guy's impressive, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just he's we always say ready for prime time. He's ready for prime time, and just fun. Tang, the guy is just
Every,
he's fun in a ring, man. He's just fun to watch. You can't watch him and not smile.
yeah.
So yeah, I thoroughly I had a great time, man. It was like I said, it was just the best introduction. It was the best one of the best told matches of the night. And like I said, man, just I was super impressed with the introduction of everybody and how everybody got their moment, everybody got their spot. You knew who their names were, you knew what they were there for, you knew what they were about. And then they still swerved you at the end with Zook and Flacco, man.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Yep. Yep. We got the storyline advancing. We got a couple of storylines advancing. We got the Goons thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I was really impressed with Tang. Rebel Storm is a former Primal Pro champion. So they've got some
Hmm.
pedigree, but yet there was that sequence there where it was like nonstop tag team. Tang is like sticking and moving, and then there's like a hot tag, some somersaults to evade this, a kip up to evade that. Next thing you know, everybody's on the outside but Tang, and then he does a suicide dive onto the pile. That popped me for sure. I agree with you on the Goons thing. I like that moving along, and I guess this is a point where I mentioned this, like this Primal Pro, they do the bi-weekly TV. This was more of a super show. And I rarely get this
Hmm.
feeling on the independents, so I wanted to say it. This felt like a PLE. It felt like
Yeah.
somebody does TV and then they build to a super show that's a PLE, 6 matches, two
Hmm.
and a half hours. I mean, WWE is doing shows like this now, same
Hmm.
structure. All the
Yep.
matches have time, and it very much felt like this show as a whole felt like that to me. The title matches all felt important. We'll get to those in a second. But even like you said, this match that I thought was sort of a breather advanced multiple storylines and there was a bunch of stuff going on in it.
Hmm.
So in that respect,
Yep.
I certainly
Yep.
enjoyed it too. Um, Dude, oh my gosh, right. And then so holy cow. So then we go into this next match, Jake Mays versus J2 Mattioli, mentor versus mentee. I could not have been more impressed with Jake Mays. I don't know.
Dude, he sign him up for an ID now. Give him an ID
I
spot.
agree.
I mean, he's that good. And Matty Oli, man, I really like that whole. I mean, he really played that the mentor that's taught. I I don't even know how to explain it, man. It was perfectly done. That I taught you everything you know, but not everything I know.
Right, right.
But then by the end, it was a little bit of, yeah, but I've picked up more than you thought. Teach, it was.
Yes.
I mean, it was they swerved me. I thought that match was over about two or three different times. Um, Mattioli's got some great power moves, man. He's got some unique offense that's great. And Mays, like I said, man, that guy is ID ready. I mean,
Hmm.
he looks like $1 million. He moves like $1 million. Yeah, I'm ready to see him in there with the ID prospects, man.
Yeah, yeah. You probably saw this in the notes. Do you think I'm off base when I say um that? Oh wait, hold on. What was I going to say? Hold on. Never mind. I'm thinking about something else. What I was going to say though, you mentioned J2 Mattioli's offense or the defense. There's a point where Jake Mays hits a or tries to go for a springboard impaler DDT from the apron, and J2 Mattioli catches him in midair, throws him up into a suplex, and drops him down. Like that's it kind of fits into what you were talking about a minute ago with the the mentor mentee thing. It was like, yeah, go ahead,
Hmm.
springboard in, bro. I'm ready for you. I'm gonna just
Yep. Yep.
you know, like
Well, that's what I said. I taught you everything I know, or everything you know, but not everything I know. And then, like I said, it played, Maze to the point of, he was getting everything was getting countered, and it was like, okay, well, I have to take that step on my own. And like I said, it was great. It was told great. It just like every other match on this shit. It was done so well.
yeah, it definitely was. Jake Mays is definitely over. He is on the rise. And
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
the one other thing about J2 Mattioli, the playmaker, holy dude, when he does the Rainmaker, but he starts with the half Nelson as a variation, and then he calls out
Hmm.
playmaker like we're watching New Japan. That just was great.
I popped. I popped.
I'm yeah, so good, man. I like the variation. I like the connection to it. Um, there's another one at some point. Oh, why Mace hits like what's like essentially a Cody cutter. Oh, but then like J2 hits like he calls it the Sapphire Driver. It's like a blue thunder bomb, but he starts him in a crucifix. Oh, that's a hell of a
Dude,
visual too, isn't it?
and he, he's a lot more powerful than I thought he would be. Not that Mays is the biggest guy, but he's not a little guy. I mean, that's a lot to be thrown around. And Mattioli did it and looked safe the whole time, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. There at no point, some of these smaller shows, we see these guys go for these moves, and it kind of makes my stomach tighten up a little bit. You're
Right.
like, "Ugh, that was all right," but at no point did it feel out of control. At no point did it feel like it was too much. On that, and that's both going both ways. I mean, both guys. That's credit to those guys, man. They're the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mays wins this match, and he is the kid on the rise. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, I agree with you. I think he's ID ready, so I'm interested to see where he goes from here, both at Primal Pro and elsewhere, because I think the sky's the limit for that kid.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I'm super interested in your thoughts on this next match. I've known about the pump line for a little while. As I've ranked them, they are the only tag team champions in the history of Primal Pro until June 22nd of this year when they lost those belts to the Brothers Divine. I had not seen the Brothers Divine before. I knew about the pump
Hmm.
line, but man, we talk about WWE ready. Now, I don't know if these guys like we're talking about Jake Mays being performance ready in a lot of ways.
Hmm.
But just looking at these two guys walking to the ring with the belts, I think it's Brendan and Danny. And no offense to Danny, but Brendan walking to the ring matches the airport test to me. He looks like somebody who would kick your ass. Like you said earlier about Tariq, you see him in the
Yeah.
airport
Hmm.
and you're gonna be
You
like, who
stop.
is that guy?
Oof.
Yeah. But I
Right.
think they both
No,
look
but
that way. I
yeah,
think they both look really well put
I,
together.
I'm with you, man. The Brothers Divine. I mean, they kind of blew my mind walking out because they were so much more. It's going to sound weird when I say it, but big show ready,
Hmm.
and you know what I mean. I'm not talking
Yes.
about Paul White. I'm talking about just big show ready. Like they just, I kind of got like old like Basham Brothers, Beverly
Hmm.
Brothers kind of vibes, man. They looked. I mean, they were jacked. They're tanned. They look great with the belts. They've got that, the
Hmm.
don't just the arrogance. They look great. The pump line. I wasn't. I've heard the name. I haven't seen any matches. Obviously size wise, they're a smaller team. Um, so not knowing much about them wasn't. I was like, ooh, this could get ugly pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
Um,
But
but God damn, but God damn, are they good? I
hmm
mean, that's the only thing I can say is God damn. I mean, those guys are old school babyface tag team wrestling. I don't know any other way. It's Rock and Roll Express. It's Killer
Killer
Bees.
Bees.
It's
That's a yes.
it's all those guys, man. It is just it's amazing.
Yes.
They are true tag team. They are what they call now tag team specialists, right? Because their move sets are so intertwined. Dude, those guys are awesome. I had absolutely no, there was at no point in that match Did I feel like they weren't in control of the match, even though they were way outsized? Um, yeah. By the end of that match, when they won, it was like, yeah, have you not been watching this match? Of
Right.
course they won. Did you not see? They controlled this whole thing. These guys are awesome.
Yes.
So, and then I'm with you. The brothers Divine, man, package them up, man. Send them off to TNA, send them off to AEW, put them in NXT. I mean, they're a legit tag, man. Those guys look great.
Yes. Yeah. The notes that I made, that I wanted to mention was we were talking about the old school feel. I made a note here that this match had lucha feel at a lot of turns,
Mm-hmm.
mostly because of the pump line.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the
Yep.
runs that they went on were absolute spectacles. And having the
Mm-hmm.
conversation that we had recently about how few real tag teams there are in the indie scene, to see this kind of
Exactly.
synchronized offense from two teams,
Yes.
not the pump line is fantastic, but they weren't the only team
Mm-hmm.
working in sync here. The Brothers Divine, there was one point where Brendan was on the apron and he saw the sequence coming where they call it pump it up or something. And he saw the sequence coming and went and saved his brother, blocked his brother from the second part of it. Like little
Mm-hmm.
things like that, tag teams that do stuff like that. It's I was watching I was watching the PAL show over the weekend, and the Hammer brothers, one of them is a real big dude. And
Mm-hmm.
at one point the opponents threw his tag partner into for like an Irish whip, or actually like he was going to throw him out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So he was kind of head first headed towards the ropes. And the big Hammer brother put his belly in the way and then just stood there until he hit his belly like cushion. And then he was like, thumbs up, you good? Okay, back to work. And then so then the brother's like, okay, I'm good. He turns around. He sees the opponent charging at him. By now, big boy brother has turned his back. So his butt is facing the ropes. And the guy charging now hits him right in the butt. Like, it's just those kind of things are missing nowadays. We don't get a lot of
Right.
those things from tag teams. And these guys, these four men in the ring, I had so much fun watching them. And side note, the
Mm-hmm.
cross rivers, gotta love the cross rivers. Like that's a cool move. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked to see the belts go back on the pump line since they're the only champions in history, and they just lost them last month. But I can't say it's not deserved. Those guys are fantastic.
Now, with that, I'm not obviously didn't know that background of it going in. Kind of makes me think, okay, well, maybe is that because something bigger's on the way for the Brothers Divine? You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like, okay, we got to drop them back because we got an opportunity to go here or go here or kind of level up the game. So, hopefully, man, fingers crossed because I'd love to see those guys, in a bigger spot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. And the pump line, I don't know why I'm thinking about it this way, but like the first thing that pops into my mind is TNA tag champions or something. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
there's like an
absolutely.
X division kind of feel to those guys, or like like a Motor City
Hmm.
Machine Gun, small
Yep.
package,
Oh,
quick moves kind of
absolutely.
thing going on. And so
Hmm.
that's yeah.
And
Like
they
I
they kind of
see,
have that, Motor City Machine Guns, man. Also when you watch them, it's the intensity that those two guys have, and Pumpline has that intensity. So it wasn't just we're out here willy nilly. We're here to take your head off, man. And we're here. These moves are impactful. They're designed, and we've come up with them to hurt you and to put you down, and it all looks that way, and they deliver everything that way.
Mhm.
So I'm with you, man. That's a good comparison. I like that.
Yeah. Well, now it's time we get to this main event, and I'm looking at the time code, and
Hmm.
it's I think the whole video is 2 hours and 40 minutes, but there's like a half an hour of build up, half an hour
Hmm.
pre-show live stream, whatever. So the show's only about 210. Um, but as I'm watching it, there's one match left, and we're at the 2 hour and 1 minute mark with 39 minutes to go. And I went, did I miss a match? Like, there's no way these guys are going to go this long. I was wrong. That this main event, I can't say enough things about this main event, but I will start it here by saying, dude, they built it off of a start of just some chain wrestling. They started with a
Mm-hmm.
clinic on chain wrestling, and then they built this match up and built it up and built it up. I'm guessing they went about 25 minutes, maybe a little longer.
Yep.
But
Yep.
they just built
Before
this
we
match
got
was
into the meat and
built
potatoes of
beautifully.
it, absolutely.
What's that?
Absolutely. I said before it was about 20 minutes before they got into the meat and potatoes of it. It for sure. Like you said, man, it was a master class. It was like watching an old Ric Flair match. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It was like, man, I kept waiting to hear like a 20-minute time limit, like ding 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 ding, we've hit the time like it had that feel to it, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
it at no point, and I'm not saying that as a diss at all. That's old school wrestling.
It
That's
was
what we grew
awesome.
up on. That's what we like.
No, I live for
Um,
this match. I recommend
you know,
this to anybody.
it was almost felt like a couple of different matches in within the same match, right? We
Hmm.
had the focus on a body part match. We had the feel each other out match. We had the match hold for hold match, and then by the end we had the high flying, modern day hard hitting. Spot fest. It this match just had everything, man. It was really, really good.
It did. And I like the story at least. I'm not great at picking out stories, but here's what I saw. This is Jake Redondo's third shot at the title. He won one by DQ. He lost the second one. Now he's here for what has got to be his final shot at this championship. So he is desperate coming in on what's his final attempt at the title. And then the desperation continues to show itself through the match because Redondo must have launched like 10 different rallies in this match.
Hmm.
We're waiting on the comeback, waiting on the comeback. Here it is. Nope. Jeremiah
Yep.
Fresh thwarts it. Another one, thwarted, thwarted, thwarted. I mean, this went on for like 10 minutes where I was sure this was the moment Redondo was about to rally, only to watch him get thwarted again. I loved it because he's desperate on his third attempt, and now as he's going through the match, he's getting more desperate because it's like, what
Yep.
do I have to do? And it's not like those moments where it's like the guy keeps kicking out at two. What do I have to do to keep this guy down thing? It was more like, what do I have to do to get back up off my knees on an even keel with this guy? And then the moment he
Hmm.
does, Tarvos is on the outside of the ring and belts him from the
Yep.
outside while the ref is looking. I mean, they had an answer for everything Redondo did until the match started to crescendo. And I made a note at one point. I wanted them to literally fight forever. Like it just,
But
they
there,
just,
no
it
doubt
didn't stop.
there were I, I don't have my notes in front of me. I know at least 5 times that I thought Redondo like up, nope, here it is. Like he's done. Like they're really gonna do this. They're gonna get him so close, and then I thought Fresh at him 4 or 5 different times. Whether it be through out wrestling them or through manipulation of the stuff with the refs or the stuff with the commissioner or Tarvos getting involved or um but man, like we were saying earlier with Zara, you're gonna have to kill me. I'm gonna keep coming back. Like he just it, it it got you rooting for him as the underdog so hard, dude. By
Hmm.
the end of that, like my heart's going. I'm shaking. It's like a Rocky moment.
Yes.
It's you are pulling for this guy, and man, I think that place would have rioted had he not
Yeah,
had he not
that's
won that
right.
belt.
Dude, they go through
So
three refs. I mean,
yes,
what does
the
this kid have to
commish, I
do?
mean everything, or the GM or
That's
whatever it
right.
was. It was like you've got the enforcer out there, he's involved. You get smacked with the belt. I mean all the tropes were there, right? Like all the
Yes.
things, like all the heel things were done. And Redondo, persevered, man. I mean, what better story? That's fairy tale story stuff, man. That's what we're here for.
And then the celebration at the end, did it not feel like he had just finished his story? The whole thing
Yes,
felt like he was
yes,
finishing his
dude.
story. I don't want to steal the
I
Cody
I
Rhodes thing,
I
but
don't.
that's what it felt
I,
like.
I well, and I don't want to say that it may have been done better than this multi-billion-dollar company did it, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, this match was insanely good. And you're right.
Yes,
I
yes.
yeah, it's Yeah, it's definitely better than Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu walking down to the ring mid-match for no reason. Like that, all of these
Yes. No,
everything that was interfered, it made sense. It happened efficiently. It happened
everything.
in real time. The refs going down. It was like Jake Redondo was fighting so hard to get to level up, and Jeremiah Fresh was fighting just as hard to cheat to keep him down. They tried to hit him with the belt
Yes.
so many times. He hits Tarvos. He hits the ref. And then and then finally, Jake Jake evades one, sends him into the empty buckle, which Fresh set up in the first place,
Exactly.
then hits the super kick, the DDT. There's no ref. Oh no, sorry, yeah, no, that
Mhm.
was afterwards. So he hits him with the belt, then there's no
Yeah.
ref. Then he comes back, hits him with the buckle, super kick, DDT, and finally we have a new champion. The confetti starts to fly, the balloons, the whole deal, man. Um,
Dude,
I enjoyed this.
his dad coming out, the
Right.
girlfriend coming out, it was perfect, man. It really, really was.
Hmm.
And you usually don't find that level. I mean, we've seen really, really good matches on the indies, dude. You and I
Hmm.
have seen a lot of great stuff. I don't know that I've seen a better story
Hmm.
in a match.
Right.
I, I mean, we've probably seen some that are up there that are on, but dude, it's been a long time since I've seen an indie match that had me this that compelled me to watch this hard.
Yeah.
It was so good, dude, so good.
Yeah. And I want to give props to Jeremiah Fresh because we've been talking about Redondo this whole time. But man, does that guy
Dude,
look like $1 million? Does
amazing.
he have his character fleshed out? He comes to the ring with a presence. He's got Tarvos behind him
Yep.
as the muscle. Those two will break up at some point, and they'll have some great matches. Like, uh,
Yes, they
I
will.
was really impressed with Jeremiah Fresh. There's a reason why he was champion for 352 days. And
Yeah,
he'll be a
dude,
champion
he's
elsewhere.
amazing.
Yeah, I really liked him. I like the way that he and Jake work off of each other. Um,
Hmm.
and I actually I think I made a point in the notes about Redondo. I was trying to put something on it. I'm like, this kid reminds me of like Sammy Guevara, no, Nick Wayne a little bit, maybe. And then as I'm sitting here talking to you, it kind of dawned on me. You know who he really reminds me of is David Goldie.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And that's why I think I was so impressed with him because same thing with Goldie. He's just a complete sort of package. He's put together and ready made to go places.
Hmm. Yep.
And the big, huge props to both these guys on this match. Huge props to whoever booked it and produced it. Just wow, great job, guys. Absolutely great job and a great show. And like I said, this thing at the end is kind of why I go back to this PLE feeling. We've seen a lot of great shows with a lot of great cards. We've seen a lot of 10 match cards with tons of superstars and crazy matches that have been wonderful. And I'm not saying it's like that. What I'm saying is this had the feeling of a PLE because their TV culminated in this show that finished off the storylines that have been working on TV for months. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's the thing
Hmm.
that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like it felt like that model, and I enjoyed the hell out of this show. Um,
Yeah, it was good. It
the
was a
other
good
things that we
watch.
talked about before, I thought the commentary team did a great job, and I love this ring announcer and his vibe, man. I'm all over him. Um, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and the commentary was clear. The camera work, I mean the quality of the video was really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed
Yep.
this show.
Yeah, it was really good. The venue was great.
Yeah,
The building was good. So
yep,
everything worked, man.
I agree. But for those of you who may want to go back and watch this show, I highly recommend you do Primal Pro Wrestling Summer Surge from July 20th of 2025. July 20th is a very important date every year. And so that should be easy to remember because it's my birthday.
Eh.
No, okay. Um, all right. Well, we've been going for a while here, John. Let's get into this control center and talk about what's coming up
Yes.
this weekend. There is some very good stuff happening. I will say, John, that as I've been putting this together this week too, and as we've expanded the control center a little bit and it keeps expanding, I think I will probably be doing supplements for the control center as well. There's just so many shows to get to and things to talk about that I don't get to, and that John gets bored listening to me list off for 15 to 20 minutes at a time. So I'm going to go through a few of these shows here, but then some of the other ones, we'll do a supplement. We'll do a YouTube or something like that. As you guys are listening to this, there are 2 shows happening tonight, Thursday, July 31st. I am a big fan of Bree Combination Wrestling. John, you and I will have to get up to one of their shows. This weekend, they're having Queen of the North 6, which takes place at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. 3 first-round matches, Sammy Chaos versus Ivy Malibu, Harleen Lopez and Jackie Go, and then Maya World versus Hannah Taylor. Those are going to be fantastic matches. And then for the women's title, you got Notorious Mimi and Brittany Blake. That match is going to be just off the chain.
Absolutely.
Add to that, Lena Cross is going to be there, taking on Jay Bougie for the Grand Dragon title. Stunning Law, which is Journey Burke Esquire's tag team. They're the tag champions there in Bree, taking on the Major League Blondes. And then Darius Carter is going to defend the Bree Combination Championship against the NWA's Kylie Alexa. So that card's going to be stacked. That's stacked from top to bottom.
Bree's putting on good stuff, man.
Also on Thursday tonight, a promotion that I have been getting into big time recently, Second Wrestling, starting with a 2ECOND Wrestling. They did some shots where they combined with Coastal Championship down in Florida. They do a lot of intergender stuff, including this weekend. They are having a show called Wrestle Eden at the Cubby Bear in Chicago, Illinois. Headlined by David Ali defending the second championship against IWTV champion Marcus Mathers. Woo! That's going to be insane. They've got. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying that is that's a. You talk about PLE earlier. That's a PLE match right there.
Seriously, and it only gets better because they're bringing in Effie, and Effie.
We love Effie, man.
Effie has been on a tour, man. He's defending this GCW championship everywhere. I believe they advertise this as a GCW championship match, Effie versus Sean Logan. And John, actually, we got some thoughts on this match from the GCW champion.
Effie, the GCW champion, will fly straight from Tokyo to Chicago, Illinois to destroy the social media reputation of Sean Logan. Sean, you don't know what you're up against. It's one thing to go viral once. It's one thing to face Brian Myers or face a Man Scout, but to face an Effie, someone who knows what it means to grip and hold every viral moment that I get. You are in for something big. Actually, it may be good for you. It may be painful for you, but I can guarantee we'll get you some clicks. Second Wrestling, get ready. Effie is back to destroy.
Woo. Love that guy, man. And that match is going to be so much fun.
So good, man. So good.
And I like that he's on a tour defending this belt too, man. Like I love seeing.
Yes.
I love seeing him just travel with that belt. I mean, we had fun watching him the other week at Focus Pro against Brian Bayside. We kind of knew who was going to win that match before it started, but we still had a lot of fun. And yeah, this match is going to be a lot of fun. But I'm not even done. I'm only 2 matches in. We'll add to this. Kylie Ray versus Maggie Lee, John.
Oh my God, dude. Ridiculous.
And then
Ridiculous.
Today they added another match. Just this morning I saw they added Heather Monroe and Shelly Benson. Good
gosh.
gracious, man.
Craziness.
Still going on this match. They're going to be crowning Second Wrestling Tag Champions, I believe, for the very first time. They're going to have a 4-way, 5-way? 4-way? No, it's 4-way. 4-way for the tag titles. You got Hartenbauer and Alfredo Albiter versus the Mutants versus the Punk Rock Jocks versus Phobia in a fatal 4-way for the second tag titles. And then finally, the Maxwell Street Heritage title is on the line as a big favorite, 2 big favorites of ours. But a big favorite of ours is the champion Blair Onyx. She is going to defend against Brittany Brooks, John. Another one.
Wow.
Whew. Well, let's hear what Blair Onyx has to say, or what she thinks about this match.
Every time they turn the lights down, just wanna go the extra mile for Brittany. Guess what? On Thursday, July 31st, I have my first one-on-one singles match with Brittany Brooks, the center of attention. And look, Brittany, you may be the center of attention, but do you know what the center of the universe is, Brittany? And I'll tell you what it is. The center of the universe, it's Source, and Source can help you, Brittany. Source helped me, and on Thursday, July 31st, you might not win my Maxwell Street Heritage title, but you'll get the biggest gift of them all. And that is, Brittany, I'm gonna save you.
Bro, I don't know what being saved means, man, but I am scared of it. I'd be scared if I was Brittany Brooks.
What is up?
Uh-huh.
So good.
How much do we love
Blair
Blair
is
Onyx?
so creepy, dude. Oh, so creepy.
She is. Yeah, anybody who is taking play. That's right, the Cubby Bear in Chicago, Illinois. Anybody near Chicago, and I'll forgive you for being a Cubs fan, but if you're out near Chicago, this show is going to be off the chain. Check out Second Wrestling, 2ECOND Wrestling, their social media for ticket information and things of that nature. But that's one I would want to get out to see for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Friday night out in California, the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy. They're having a show called Fight Night from VFW Azusa in Azusa, California. Trisha Dora is going to be there taking on Simone Williams. Tyler Bateman, who I haven't seen much since Ring of Honor, is going to be there taking on Kid Destino in an inner city title tournament match. And then also El Primogenio is going to take on Lucas Riley in another inner city title tournament match. The tag titles are on the line. Doomfly versus Raw Meat. And then the Santino Brothers Championship is on the line as Jordan Cruz takes on Alex Tomas. Okay, over in Euclid, Ohio, Extreme Fight World. They're having Adrenaline Episode 10, the live show at the EFW Dojo in Euclid. Butchie B and Ray Larson are going to team up to take on Pastor CeeLo and Sebastian LaShawn. Wrath is going to take on Kyle Horton. Miles Jacobs versus J-Rock Daddy, a guy we've been talking about already on this show, John. Bill Collier is going to be there taking on Dio Salvador. And a much anticipated match as Atlas Hightower is going to take on Vinnie Maverick. And let me tell you, Vinnie Maverick is ready to take care of some business.
August 1st, EFW Adrenaline. Big Nasty returns. And see, the only reason I say it's a return is because I am getting off of a suspension. A 30-day suspension that was worth every piece of cake. You let me tell you something, Mr. Ronnie Rotten. I don't care how much pool you got. There's somebody at EFW that wants Big Nasty there. And if it's not you, I know it's definitely not Kano. And I know for sure it ain't that vanilla gorilla. So no matter what happens, come August 1st, I'm going to get my hands on you. And when I do, ain't no suspension coming after it, boy. You might just get you a moonsault to the whole crew. Oh, and by the way, Atlas Hightower, you see, you was at the show that I wasn't at, so we didn't cross paths. But buddy boy, you in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Because when Big Nasty runs through you, it's going to change your life. Welcome to your destruction. Welcome back to Big Nasty's world.
Dude, when Big Nasty runs through you, it'll change your life, dude. That is no joke. I tell you what, man, I'm looking forward to that. Again, anybody who's out near Euclid, Ohio, guys, check out Extreme Fight World's social media. I found this show on Facebook. It's Adrenaline Episode 10, the live show coming up this Friday, August 1st. Check them out. Thanks, by the way, to Second Wrestling. I forgot to thank them, and Extreme Fight World for the use of their audio. On Saturday, Emerge Wrestling is having one heck of a card out in Columbus, Indiana, John. Emerge 89 Cell Block taking place at the Bartholomew County Fairgrounds in Columbus. Matt Diesel taking on Avery Hertz. Alienated Youth versus Dead Presidents for the tag titles. OVW United States Champion Eric Surge versus Anthony Toatel versus Jordan Cage. You've got JD Mariani, PB Smooth, and Kindle Fire teaming up to take on Ace Perry and the Original Sins. Casey Clay versus Marty Bell for the women's title.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Big fan of Marty Bell. Haven't seen much of Casey
Always
Clay,
loved
but
Marty
looking
Bell,
forward to
yes.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone else who was mentioned a little bit earlier, Jason Hotch, is going to be there taking on Casey King for the Outbreak title. And
All
on
right.
top of that, Paragon is going to take on Ashton Adonis for the Emerge title in a steel cage. That's a pretty loaded card there too, man.
That's gonna be a good one. That's a great match to finish it out.
Yeah, one that is definitely in John's wheelhouse lately. ICW is back. ICW No Holds Barred 81 is taking place this weekend in Cambridge, Massachusetts at Sonia. John Wayne Murdoch is going to defend the American Deathmatch title in a main event, John. John Wayne Murdoch versus Hoodfoot versus Nathan Mowry versus Dr. Redacted.
Oh my God. There are not enough light tubes in Massachusetts.
I'm going to be watching that one. Jeez, oh God. Danny DeManto is going to be there taking on Ludart. How about this, John? Cruel versus Bear Bronson.
Take my money. Take it.
100%. Oh my gosh. We've also got Akira taking on Reed Bentley, and 48-25. Jameson Shook and Jaden Newman are coming up to battle the Pillars and defend the IWTV tag titles. John, we just saw the Pillars in a brutal tag match where Tommy Vendetta almost lost an eye. These guys are serious business.
Dude, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Talking about live watches.
Look what you've done to me.
I know, man. Oh, and that's not even the whole card. There's like 3 more matches, but geez, oh flip. It's going to be so much fun. Oh yeah, okay. So SOAR Wrestling Worldwide on Saturday, they're having a show called Rise of the Dragon at Sport Garden DFW in Capelli, Texas. You've got Ajax taking on Ryzen for the OIWA Universal title. X Factor versus Mawabi for the junior heavyweight title. Mr. Wobble is going to take on Jalen Whidbey for the SOAR TV title in a loser leaves town match. Oh yeah, and a heavyweight title match. Daniel Alexandro is going to take on Emilio Guzman. And John, let me tell you, Daniel Alexandro is looking forward to this Saturday.
Ooh-wee. It's a little hot out here in the state of Texas. But let's get a little hotter. Let's start off by talking about the new era of SOAR Wrestling Worldwide. Kicking off at the DFW Sports Garden on August 2nd. And I'm going up against Emilio Guzman. And this match is 2 years in the making. This match, it means a lot to me. Because 2 years ago, I happened to tear my labrum. You know, 2 years ago, this match was going to be for the Bumps and Bruises Breakout Championship. But now, Emilio, you aren't going up against a kid anymore. You're going up against the man of SOAR Wrestling Worldwide. You're going up against the hottest SA in the world. And Emilio, I know how good you are, my guy. While I was a student at Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy, when I was watching you on the sideline, being an extra at Chaotic Kingdom Wrestling, being a security guard for them, I was watching you very close with Los Carnales. I was watching, man. And I was like, oh, man, one day, we're going to step in that ring. One day, we will dance. One day, we will fight. And that will happen on August 2nd. Lace those kicks up real tight, Emilio. Because I'm nothing like you've seen before, brother. I don't play a character. What you see is what you get. I'm as real as it gets. I am the hottest essay in the world, and I am your sore worldwide wrestling heavyweight champion. Because what's understood don't gotta be explained. Orale.
Ooh.
I
He's
like
ready
that.
for war, man.
Yeah, I like that promo a lot, man. That we talked about it before, talking me into the building, man. I want to hear this story, this match that's 2 years in the making, man. Let's see, what else do we got on here? On top of everything else, let's see, we're still going with this Sore Wrestling Worldwide Champion. On top of the other matches, we've also got Dante Smiley taking on Alexander Anderson for the OIWA TV title. And finally, Ron Dog Evergreen is going to battle Rico Gannon for the BNB PWA title. Let's hear from Rico Gannon.
Dog. I'm gonna keep this short, just like your title ain't about to be. But let's face it, it took you 3 years to accomplish something that I did in 10 months. By the time you even first held your championship, I had already won one, lost it, and then won it back. But don't take what I'm saying the wrong way, Ron. I like you. You're a fighter. You don't give up too easily, and that gives me just enough reason to continue to beat you and beat you and beat you until I forget what I'm beating you for. And as the right-hand man of the interim president, Gabe XL, I will be bringing back gold to Trap City. So August 2nd in Coppell, Texas at the Sports Garden for Rise of the Dragon. Since you have failed to fall in line, your ass is getting hit with the Rico, sent to the pound, and put down like the dirty, mangy, sick little mutt that you are.
Oh, my goodness, man. They're ready to go, too.
That's intense, brother.
Uh-huh. I love it.
Rico Gannon is for real.
Seriously. Oh, man, that show's going to be very good, too. Again, that's Rise of the Dragon, the Sport Garden DFW in Coppell, Texas, or Capelli, Texas, Sore Wrestling Worldwide. Check out their social media for more information as well. Also on Saturday, John, we got a live stream we might need to watch because it's Bash at the Brew time again. Coastal Championship Wrestling is having Bash at the Brew 55 at the Tank Brewing Company in Miami, Florida. ERA is going to take on Stallion Rogers, one that I'm already looking forward to. Ozzy Killmeister is going to take on Maximus Khan. Ozzy moving up the card, man, and I am here for it. I just love it. Eddie Tarus and Wheezy are going to take on Danny Everborn and Cesar. There's going to be a contract signing. Ariel Levy and Alan S2S Martinez have a big steel cage match coming up. The contract will be signed here as these two former friends turned blood enemies face off at the contract signing. The King's Court is going to be in action. Eddie Valentine, the champion, King Eddie Valentine, is going to team with Alex Chamberlain to take on Gangrel and Meadow. That match is going to be super fun. Coming off the heels of Eddie Valentine's match with Gangrel this past weekend. And then also we got another return match, a street fight for the women's title. Ruthie J trying to get that belt back that she held for almost 2 years, taking on the new champion, Nikki Blackheart, who is a force to be reckoned with. They're going to battle all over that Tank Brewing Company.
I don't know that Nikki Blackheart is the lady that I want to be in a street fight with.
No.
I fear for. Listen, we love Ruthie J. We know she's serious business, but I kind of fear for her life.
Yes, 100%. But Ruthie J is the wily veteran. You know she's going to have tricks up her sleeve.
She's going to have tricks up her sleeve, but Nikki Blackheart, scary.
Oh, goodness. Well, one final show to talk about for the weekend. That is Sunday, August 3rd. Chaos Wrestling, KAOS, Chaos Wrestling is having Fellowship of the Ring at Freedom Lighthouse. Lakeport, Michigan. Chaos Wrestling, Fellowship of the Ring. Thank you, John, for that, for finding that for me.
Yes.
We've got Aaron O'Ryan defending the heavy, or taking on Thomas Bailey for the heavyweight title. Thomas Bailey is the champion. Mark Ross versus Jack Price for the Michigan title. Jay Leo versus AOD. Drake Farrow taking on Gran Trueno. Pastor CeeLo, again, taking on Colt Johnson. 24K versus TJK. Brasi Suave versus Omen. Dylan Derringer taking on Dread King Logan. And TJ Meyer versus Nick Zero. That is Sunday. Again, Chaos Wrestling, Fellowship of the Ring. Check out their social media for more ticket information for that show. Well, John, we keep saying we're going to shorten these shows. They keep getting longer, but I had a blast with you tonight.
Yeah, man, it was a great show, man. So we had a good time, talked about a lot of stuff. Got to see our buddy Rich, get a chance to talk to him and hear some insight on the upcoming show that we're so excited about. Yeah, man, great show, brother. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. But it has been a while. We've been running for a while, and I think the dog needs to go out. So let me say to everyone again, check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are Indie Wrestling Experience. Twitter and Blue Sky, we are Indie Wrestling XP. Check out the Smug Mug. Go to the link tree for Indie Wrestling Experience. And guys, also, like I said, if you want to have your show covered in the Control Center, if you crowned a new champion this week, if you are a new champion that was crowned this week, send it to us. We want to put you guys over. So help us, and we will try to help you. And that, I think, is pretty much everything I got. Oh, sorry. If you want any of those things, send us a message on social media, or you can email indiewrestlingexperience@gmail.com. And with that, John, thank you very much. Thank you to all of everyone listening, and I will see you next week.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot, Bob. See ya.
See ya.